forgot to turn the microphone on. You can hear me now? Can you hear me now? I totally forgot to turn the microphone on. The audio is delayed by 10 seconds. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes. Okay, guys. This is a brand new webinar platform that I'm using. And to be honest, it's not confusing at all. I just didn't press the microphone. I only pressed the video. Now I pressed the microphone. Okay, good. So you didn't even hear any of that babble I was saying. Amazing. It's probably for the best. Let's be honest. You don't need to hear everything I say. Oh my gosh, David, no, don't you worry. I did a test beforehand and it worked in the test. So I knew that it was going to work. I just forgot the little button. Hi guys. Hi. I'm so excited. I was really excited to hop on a little early, just hang out with you guys and say hi and be like, what's up? I look like I was having fun. Gina, thank you. Yes, I was. I always am with you guys. But let me know where you're tuning in from. I know that not everybody is in LA. Let me know. And let me know where, what craft you are pursuing in Hollywood. Because I know everybody's, we've got actors, writers, directors, musicians. We've got everybody. So let us know in the chat box. Hello everyone. Hi. This is so cool. I'm really enjoying this new platform. It's pretty spiffy. It looks pretty cool. I love it. So screenwriter lives in LA. Love it. Love it. I want to hear everybody else. What is everyone else doing? What's the craft that you're pursuing? Voice actor, but wants to go on camera. Cool, Gina. Awesome. Love it. And where are you tuning in from? Let us know. Let everybody know. I feel like I can't get comfortable in this chair. Actor in Chicago for now. I know David's moving soon. Omaha, Nebraska. Film production student. Really want to get into directing and casting. Very cool. Very cool. Oh my God, Juan, you're on. Oh my God. Hi. It's so nice to see you in here. If you are just joining, just to let you know, I think there's like a 10-second delay with the audio. There always are with my webinars. It's because I do them through YouTube, and YouTube has a 10-second delay. Let's see, Minnesota, going for television writing, South Carolina, visual effects, New York City, stunt actor with 1 foot in Ohio, 1 foot anywhere else. Hi, Julia. Why do I have 2 last names? I don't know. I wonder if it's like how you signed up. If you put like your full name in the first name tab. Sometimes that happens. It's in my system a lot. And every time I see that happen in my system, I always try to fix it. Courtney's an actor. But Juan, like, it's great. You've got 2 last names because you are special. Amazing. So we're going to start in like a minute or 2. I just wanted to hear from more of you guys before we get started. I'm excited. I'm so glad you guys are here. I was like, I hope people show up, and you guys all showed up, and it makes me so happy. Amazing. What else? Who else is here? Let us know where you're tuning in from, what craft you are pursuing. Let us know. And this is really cool. So I'm going to turn my slides on in a minute and give you this beautiful, lovely presentation. And I'll probably turn my camera off because I feel like when I was testing out, having both is kind of distracting. But San Diego, aspiring screenwriter and personality. What's up, Erica? Erica has a great name. Don't you think? What's up, Erica? Amy, Virginia Beach, freelance designer looking to branch out to the LA area. I love it. Isn't it cool that we have so many different crafts in here? I think it's really cool. And I'm so excited about it. Like, I've really been focusing on helping people in all different crafts. So I'm going to share so many cool stories and examples for you today that are like crossing all different crafts so that you can really see how all of this can help you no matter what craft you're pursuing. Love it. San Diego, film critic and freelance writer. Ooh, I love that. Love it. I could sit here all day and just like hang out with you guys. It's very tempting to just like screw the presentation and just like chat. Chelsea, hey Chelsea, Chicago, heading to LA. Actor, comedian, writer, yes. Katie, forgot to put that I'm actually moving to LA area after I graduate in November. Oh, that's so soon. I mean, November, that's like a blink away. That's amazing, Katie. So excited. Amazing. Okay. I don't know if we heard from everyone, but I should probably get started, right? I really don't even want to get started. I just want to hang out and talk to you guys. This is so fun. This is why I wanted to do a live webinar for the chat box, just so I can chat with you guys and hear what you're doing and hear what you're pursuing. And it makes it so much more fun to interact with you guys. So like throughout this whole thing, if you've ever been on a webinar that I've done before, I mean, I haven't even done one in a long time, so maybe you forget, but I love the interaction. So feel free to continue typing in the chat box throughout the entire thing. I am going to be answering questions at the end. If you ask a question in the middle that is like super relevant to what I'm talking about, then I'll probably answer it right then and there. But if not, I'll save it to the end. And I think there's actually a way on here for me to mark it as a question. Actually, there might be a way for you to mark it as a question as well. But other than that, like you can keep chatting in the box. I like the interaction. I want it to be interactive. Also, so you're not like bored out of your mind. You know what I mean? Let's make it interactive. Okay, so I guess we should start. I guess I should be like on time. I just love hanging out with you guys. All right, I am going to, let's do this. I love it, Danny. Oh yeah, I should ask you guys. Are you guys excited? Here's my microphone. I hope it's, all right. Are you guys excited? Are you ready? Are you ready? I should have asked you. Are you ready for me to start? This is my little heart crystal. I got it with me. Want some extra boost with today's webinar. Woohoo, let's do this. Very excited. Amazing. It's really cool because I haven't done one of these in so long. And since I've done one, like I've worked with so many more clients since the last webinar. So like I have really cool stuff to share with you. Like, hey, this is what works. Hey, this is what works with this client. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be great. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull my slides up, and will you guys just let me know in the chat box if you can see them once they're up? That would be super helpful. Like I said, this is my first time using this platform, but I love it already so far. Slide presentations. I can upload my slides. I don't even just have to share my screen. It's so cool. Okay. Okay. My presentation is uploading. It might take about 2 minutes. I could have done this earlier, but I didn't think it was letting me. But hopefully it'll be up in a second. Okay, so while we're waiting for my slides to upload, and if this doesn't work, I will just share my screen and go some old school route. I'm so excited. Let me know in the chat box how your week is going. I'm not good at riffing, am I? Or vamping. Is that what it's called? Vamp? How's your week going? It's Friday. It's Friday. Oh, presentation name. HSC webinar. It's still uploading. Man, I hope this works because when it does upload, it has little animations of how you can go from slide to slide. It was really cool. I can't even see the chat while that's going on, can I? Oh, super hectic. Oh, you're telling me how your week's going. Amazing. Music, I see a piano there. Yep, I got a piano right there. It's digital, but weighted. The keys are weighted. Spent 2 wonderful days in New York. Oh, that's awesome, David. Amazing. Erica, super hectic. Trying to figure out how to fish for followers has been an interesting experience for me. Okay, cool. Amazing. All right, let's see. Is this still not working? Oh, it uploaded. Okay. Okay, all right. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go now. Okay. Wow, my slides are up. Holy crap, this is so exciting. I really like this platform except for that teeny tiny delay. Okay, so let me know. I think I can go back to the chat box here, right? So let me know in the chat box if you can see this. And I see like my video is still down here. I think I'm going to turn it off for a little bit and then I'll come back on at the end because I feel like it's kind of distracting. It's like, are you looking at the slide? Are you looking at the video? It's a little bit of both. And plus I got my notes over here. You don't need to see me staring at my notes. Oh, Gina says she can see it. Awesome. Erica says she can see it. Awesome. Amazing. Very cool. Okay. How do I turn my webcam off? Okay, there we go. So perfect. Okay, so I just wanted to turn the video off because I feel like it's a little distracting to have both, but I'll definitely pop on again. By the way, like the important stuff is going to be in these beautiful slides that I designed, so you don't need to see my lovely face anyway, but I will pop on later. Okay, guys, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to How to Be Successful in Hollywood Without Having to Work Your Way Up. I'm actually really excited to share this. Kind of curious in the chat box. Again, I know there's a 10-second delay, but let me know if you are interested in succeeding in Hollywood without having to work your way up. Like without having to spend like 10 years in the industry before you get to be super successful. I feel like there's this story, you know, floating around Hollywood that it's got to take forever and that you have to start at the bottom and that you have to struggle and you have to pay the price. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just not about that. I've never been about that. Sound is in and out a bit. Oh no. Can everybody else hear me okay? Okay, cool. All right, so let me know the sounds. Oh, you guys can hear okay. Okay, cool. So if it's okay for everybody else, it might just be like your internet connection or something. I was like, we tested it like 4 times before we went live. Okay. Amazing. It's just delayed. It's just like a 10-second delay. Okay, guys, cool. Amazing. So keep updating me if there's a problem so that I can try to fix it. But let's move on. Let's start this party. Oh yeah, there's a reconnect button at the top, I think, right? Yes, thank you so much. I forgot I tested that out too before. Pretty cool. And I think it just like refreshes. All right, so let's begin, guys. All right, cool. So this is the webinar. So, oh, I love that. I love how it just like slides right in. Okay, guys. So I want you to treat this webinar like a gift to yourself. You know, like think of like if you were treating yourself to a spa day. Think of it like you are treating yourself to this webinar because it is super hard to sit here for like an hour and pay attention to something and not be looking at Facebook and not be looking at Instagram. But hey, like what? Like yesterday or the day before, we made it like 9 hours without Facebook and Instagram and we all survived. So I really want you to think about like this is a gift that you're giving to yourself of like really great information that's going to help you succeed. So let's try to pay attention for this hour and make shit happen. And then we can check Facebook and Instagram when it's done. Unless you want to like post this to your Insta stories and say, hey, I'm on this webinar with Erica and it's so awesome. Then I'll say that's okay. But speaking of gifts, so for everybody who stays until the end, and it's actually really cool, there's a way for me to send this, this gift to you, like literally right here on the webinar. So if you stay until the end, I'm going to be giving you guys my reverse engineer map that I give every single client when we start working together in the very first session. This is what we do. We take this reverse engineer map, we reverse engineer what they're working on to come up with part of their strategy. And I thought I would give that to you guys. So if you stay until the end, you're going to get that PDF and you can reverse engineer just like I do with my clients. All right. So I am guessing that this isn't your first webinar. This is probably not your first webinar about anything in Hollywood, succeeding in Hollywood. I mean, if you're just starting out, maybe it is. But I know there's tons of stuff out there. So I totally get, you know, if you've been on other things before, and if you've failed at other Hollywood methods that you've been learning from in other courses and other webinars and whatnot in the past, I just want you to know that it's not your fault. Okay, there is so much information out there that sometimes information overload can actually just stop you from being successful. And so I just want you to know that that's okay. That's okay. And I'm not going to overload you today. I'm going to try to give you just like the basics that you really need to move forward. And this is going to be just completely different than anything that you've probably watched before. So I'm pretty excited to share that with you. And if you've been concerned in the past that you just cannot succeed in Hollywood, you just can't make it, it's too hard, I want to put those fears to rest. I mean, if you've been following me for any amount of time, I think you already know that I'm pretty obsessed with, you know, not thinking that it's impossible, not thinking that it's hard and that it's absolutely possible for everybody. And so I think you already know this, but I just want you to know that you can totally do this. You just need the right person to explain it to you. And oh, hey, that's me, right? So I'm going to explain these things to you today, and I hope that it's really easy for you to understand, and it's really going to make a difference in your life. I'm really, really excited to share this new information with you. I'm actually like really excited about these slides. I think they're really pretty. The graphic designer in me like has to make everything look really pretty. Okay, so the Hollywood experts, here's the thing, right? People in the industry, even people who are considered experts or people who have been in the industry for several years, they might tell you to have more realistic expectations, right? And I'm just here to tell you that I think they're wrong. I don't think you need to have more realistic expectations at all. I don't. I think that you don't need to take on limitations that these other people are buying into, right? And because the thing is, it's their truth, it's not the truth, right? So just because they struggled and just because they think it's really hard doesn't mean that that has to be your experience. You know, you get to have a completely different experience, one that is true for you. And so just because it's true for them doesn't mean it's the absolute be all end all truth for everybody. And so if you ever thought that these people want you to struggle because they struggled, then you're probably right. Look, like they want to perpetuate the story of it being hard to make it in Hollywood because it justifies their experience. You know what I mean? Like if you suddenly had it really easy, it would probably make them feel crappy about their own experience and their own path because they struggled a lot. And so if they pass on the story to you that, hey, it's really hard and you're going to struggle and you need to be more realistic and all that crap, it justifies their experience, right? And so the difference with me, and I think a lot of you already know this if you know me, but I actually care about you succeeding at the highest level, and I don't believe in taking the slowest route. I've always done things faster in my own Hollywood path, and I want you to live out your dreams as soon as possible. I don't want you to take the slow struggle route, right? And so what I'm going to share with you is like, how can we make this faster so that we don't have to work our way up? Just because other people in the industry tell you that you have to. Like you will hear shit from people, you will always hear shit from people in the industry who even have been in the industry for years and years. Like I've had this happen to me tons of times, and you just have to tune it out. So actually, let me know in the chat box. I know some of you guys are new to Hollywood, but have you had any expert, like just give me a yes in the chat box. Have you ever had an expert in Hollywood or someone who's been in Hollywood for a while, like just someone tell you that either it's going to be really hard or you really should be more realistic about this, or telling you a specific way to do things? Like I'm kind of curious if any of you guys have had experiences like that. I know my clients who have been in Hollywood for 5 years or more, they've all had that experience. Not that every single person they meet in Hollywood tells them that, but like at least one or two people have, told them those kinds of things. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, Erica, my entire social circle. Yeah. Right? So confirming your suspicions that like they just want you to struggle because they struggled, and it just has to justify their experience. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of crazy. And I'm not like that. You know what? Not only am I not like that, and I want you to not struggle, and I want it to be fast and easy, but if you can have it faster and easier than I did, then that's fucking awesome. That I would prefer to you to have an easier time than I did. So amazing. So I know that you have a dream and you have talent. Hopefully you at least believe in your talent. Maybe you have moments of doubt and doubting if you're good enough, but you have talent. I know you have this really deep dream inside of you, right? Dying to be fulfilled. So I'm going to show you how to make that happen on this webinar. Like that is why we are here. So I'm really excited. You guys, like, Actually, I'm curious. I'm going to start talking to you guys all the time. This is going to become a long webinar. Sorry, but I really want to know if you guys can let me know in the chat box. Do you have a specific dream right now? Like, I know some people might be floating or not 100% sure, but like, do you have a pretty specific vision in your mind of what you want? And do you feel like you are talented? Like, and you don't have to worry about bragging. Like, it's totally okay to say, like, yes, I feel like I have a talent that I want to explore, that I want, that I want to work in Hollywood. Would love to hear that. Yes, down to the nitty gritty. Oh, hey, Tony just joined. Amazing. Tony's from Long Beach. I know everyone has strong convictions about what the reality is. It's so true. Like, seriously, I've had people, people hear I'm a coach, they're like, oh, do you like manage people's expectations? I'm like, no, I get them to like dream bigger. Yes, amazing. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love this full-blown movie TV actor. Series regular on a television show. Love it. Love it. See, okay, doesn't it feel good to say like, yes, and yes, I have talent. Like, this is a safe space. This is a place where you can say out loud, yeah, I'm talented, okay? I'm pretty good at what I do. I love it. Working screenwriter, write for TV. Love it, love it, love it. Bankable movie star. This is awesome. Want to help make female directors the norm. Katie, yes, I'm actually working on that with one of my clients right now too. And it's awesome. I fucking love it. I love all of these. Love to create my own TV show, but before that, just write for TV. Amazing. Okay, actually, I'm really excited about this because when we get to the strategy part, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna be able to map these things out. Okay. Love it, Hannah. Okay, damn, you guys are awesome. Amazing. Okay, so I want to just let you know what my goals are for this webinar, and just so that we're on the same page. And if you're like, Erica, those are your goals for this webinar? Well, that's not what I came here for. Then you can hop off. No hard feelings. But just so that we're all on the same page as we move forward, right? Okay. So my goal for this is to help two types of people. So first of all, for the beginners, you're going to learn the best way to start pursuing your career that's going to get you there the fastest. So it's actually really great if you're a beginner because you can take the fastest route from the get-go. And then for those of you who are more advanced, this is for you as well because it's going to help you have like a fresh perspective on how you're going to pursue your career, to start getting different results. Because seriously, guys, like if you've been in LA for a bit, if you've been at this for a bit, like, that it's going to require something different in order to get different results. So that's what this is going to be. And then just more specifically, my two main goals for this webinar is to show you that the only way for you to really, truly skyrocket the results in your Hollywood career is to pursue it in a completely new way, right? This is what I was just saying. It's like, you cannot expect different new results from the same old way that you've been doing things. And the only way to really do that, to really do this in a new way, is with the high achiever mindset and strategy. It's the only way to make shit happen in a skyrocketed kind of way. I don't know if that phrase makes sense, but basically, for things to happen quickly. All right, okay. Cool. So I know that most of you know me, so I'm kind of going to go through this quickly. But for those of you who don't know me that well, I'm Erica. I'm Erica, Hollywood's leading success coach. I've been a graphic designer for film and television for the past 10 years. I've worked on over 30 television shows. I think my IMDb is up to 33 now. And actually, it should be 34 because I think that my most recent TV show that I did in 2019 is not on there yet. Good trouble. But I have worked on every major network. And I'm actually pretty excited because last year I did a pilot for CBS that went to series, and it was my first CBS show. So now I can say I literally have worked for every major network because I didn't have CBS before. Yes, one. I'm always cold. And I was like, I just want you to know something interesting about me that is not Friends related. Because I am like always talking about Friends on these webinars and making like that the interesting thing about me. But today I thought I would let you know that I'm always cold. I took this picture literally a couple days ago. I went down to Huntington Beach with friends and I was freezing. I was like in a sweatshirt with this jacket and there were other people behind me in bathing suits. So that's about me. Laura says you need help. Do you mean in general, or is something wrong with the webinar? Let me know. Okay. So here's just a sampling of some of the shows that I've worked on. Let me know if you've seen any of these shows. I'm sure you've heard of The Office and Glee and Revenge and Entourage, Brothers and Sisters, The Middle. Can't ever go wrong with the Friends reference. Thank you so much, Selena. I know, Friends is life, right? So these are just some of the TV shows that I've worked on. Okay, but it wasn't always like this, right? So I know that it seems really glamorous for me to say that I've worked on 30 TV shows in the past 10 years, every major network, look at all these pretty graphics of all these shows that I've worked on. And so I want you to know that it wasn't always so glamorous. It wasn't always like this, right? Okay, so basically, and I know some of you guys know this, but 10 years ago, almost 11 now, 10 years ago, I moved to LA from Philly with a dream to design graphics for television. And I was really obsessed with my dream. And I'm curious if anybody else is obsessed with their dream the way that I am. I don't even want to say in a bad way, but I just really want to make my dream happen. Like obsessed with it in like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. And I need to make this happen. Like, does anybody else have that obsessive energy at all, like around their dream? I'm hoping I'm not alone in this. Oh, good. We've already gotten 2 yeses. Amazing. I know not everybody is like that, but that is how I was, like totally obsessed. I say in a healthy way. Some people might say in a non-healthy way. Okay, I'm not alone. I love it. Thank you guys. You're amazing. Oh my God, the Moses. You guys are so funny because your nervous breakdowns late at night. Oh no. Okay, so, all right. So it sounds like you guys want your dream as badly as I did. Yeah, I get obsessive about every goal of mine, like every dream of mine. It's just my personality. Right. And so the problem was that I didn't know a single person in the industry. I actually only knew 3 people in LA. None of them worked in Hollywood. And I didn't have any connections. I didn't even really know how Hollywood worked. Like, it's kind of embarrassing to think about how green I was back then. Like, I didn't even know what production was. Like, I didn't know what development was. I knew nothing. I didn't go to film school. I went to art school. So not only did I have 0 connections, but I didn't even know like the basics of how Hollywood works, like especially television, which is what I wanted to work in, right? So because of that, and like, I want you guys to know too, like for those of you who haven't moved to LA yet and you're moving soon, the first like 6 months are challenging, and not for everybody. Like, I hope it's not challenging for you. I hope you don't have the struggles that I had, but I was like terrified. I was pretty scared. You know, like I didn't know if this was going to work out. And even though I knew that this is where I was supposed to be, I had no idea if it was going to work out, you know? And so I cried a lot. I had like mini breakdowns, even though I knew like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. It was just really scary, especially when you don't have any of like stability in your life in terms of, you know, your family or your friends, like everything you moved away from when you moved to LA, like all of those things, when you're starting out something new and you don't have those people around you, or even like, I didn't even have a place to live yet when I moved here. So all of that stuff, like, it was just, I don't know, it was just really challenging for me. And like internally, you know, like it was just really hard. I cried a lot. I didn't know if it was going to work. Oh, Amanda cried a lot all the time. Okay. So I'm not alone, clearly. Amazing. And sometimes I know we don't like to talk about this part, or we don't like to admit it, but I think it's actually good, because then when you realize you're not alone, it takes the heaviness of it off. It's like, wait a minute, everyone goes through this. Like, everyone cries when they move to LA or stresses out or whatever. You know what I mean? But anyway, the point is, like, I was stuck before I began. You know, a lot of people get stuck later in their career. I mean, I had moments of that too, but I was like feeling really stuck in the beginning. So my amazing cousin, who did live out in LA, she's my dad's cousin, so she's my dad's age, and didn't know her very well. I think I only met her like once before moving to LA, so we didn't have a close relationship yet or anything. Now we're super close. She's like my mom out here. But my cousin had been a coach for most of her life. Jack Canfield, yes. Yes, Jack Canfield. I know, I'm obsessed. So my cousin introduced me to the high achiever mindset and strategy, right? She told me about the success principles, the book that I'm obsessed with. This is where I started learning this stuff. And I was obsessed. Like, this is where everything changed when I started to learn the high achiever mindset and strategy. And I was kind of like obsessed with it. I just loved it. Especially when I read that book, I felt like, yes, this is the truth. This makes sense. There's so much proof in here. I'm going to do this. I want to use this method to make shit happen in Hollywood. Like, I am all about this, right? But people were trying to warn me about how hard it was to make it in Hollywood. Like, literally on my very first show, I had a woman tell me like, oh, this is your first job in Hollywood. You're just starting. Oh, get out while you can. Get out while you can. Like, she was warning me about basically like how hard it is and how much Hollywood sucks. I'm like, I'm sorry, lady. I've got my little success principles book here. I've got my high achiever mindset and strategy. I'm not buying into your bullshit. Maybe that's your experience, but that's not my experience. By the way, I did not say that to her face, but that's what I thought. Okay. I was like, no, I'm going to have a different experience because I want a different experience. And so I was determined to use this method to really help me get into the union, right? A lot of you guys are trying to get into your union. Some of you might already be in your union, but in order to, do those bigger jobs, you need to be in the union. So I was like, I'm going to use this to help me get into the union. And the naysayers continue to come out to play, right? They all told me not to call the union on the phone. They were like, oh my God, Julie, I'm so sorry you got disconnected. They were like, don't call the union. Whatever you do, you don't want the union to know that you're trying to get in as a graphic designer, because then they're going to think that you're competing with their members that they're protecting. And you just don't even want to be on their radar that you're trying to get in. Don't call them. Don't talk to them. Don't tell them you want to get in. So that's what they were telling me, right? That is what they were telling me. And I was like, I've got my success principles, and what I would do is like I would read pages of it every night. Even after I'd finished the book, I still go back to it all the time and turn to a random page, right? Yeah, Tony says when people start out with, well, the reality is ... Yes, 100%, Tony, exactly. They're only speaking about their own experience, and it has nothing to do with you, exactly. So I listened for a little bit. But I was like, I'm sticking to my plan. I'm sticking to my high achiever method. I want to make this shit happen. And guess how I got into the union? I like my little ring, ring, ring. Yeah, I got into the union by calling the union. Okay, so looking at my notes here, make sure I didn't miss any part of the story, even though I know the story pretty well. It's my story. Within literally a month of that phone call, I was in the union. Literally within a month of that phone call, I was in the union. So I stuck to this high achiever method, and I was like, I'm going to follow this mindset and strategy work. I don't care what these people are saying. And oh snap, I love it. And, yes. And hey, that's what led to my 30 TV shows, every major network. Oh, and did we talk about money yet? Yes. Cha-ching, cha-ching. That's when the money started pouring in too. To be able to make like scale, union, even above scale sometimes, like it is fantastic, especially when you're coming from an assistant level, or for some of you guys who might be actors or whatever, and you're doing non-union level, low budget. It is so nice to start getting paychecks that actually feel validating for the work that you are providing. Like, seriously, amazing. And I think one of the, let me see what my next slide is. Oh yeah, that's me happy on Glee in season 1. I think one of the best things, I mean, besides the money, yeah, that was really great. And besides living out my dream, and that was really great. But I think one of the best things was actually having something to report back home to, like, because people at home, friends and family, when they're like, hey, what's going on? Are you working on anything? When you have to say no, it is the worst thing ever. It is humiliating. You feel like so embarrassed. At least that was my experience. And so I always would try to avoid people. I would avoid them so I wouldn't have to answer that question, so they couldn't even ask me. And so when I finally started having like a career to talk about, it was the greatest thing in the world. Um, so yeah, the greatest thing in the world. And so then I got to do some like really cool things. And some of you might not know what graphic designers do. So I just thought I'd throw some pictures on there so you get an idea. I mean, these are just, this is from Glee, this is from The Office, this is from Superstore, this is from Chasing Life. These are just examples of graphics that I have designed for the show. So graphic designers do graphics for the sets and the props. Okay, so let's be honest. You probably don't want to be a graphic designer. Am I right? Am I right? Maybe we have some graphic designers in here. That'd be really cool. But you probably don't want to be a graphic designer. And I just want you to know that everything you're going to hear today, it all still applies to you. It literally works for every single craft. And I'm going to give you lots of examples of how it plays out for different crafts so that you can look at this and see how it will apply for you. This isn't just about like, oh, that worked because she's a graphic designer. No, no, no. This works for everybody. And the thing is that how you traditionally pursue a career in Hollywood, you study your craft, you maybe make some headway in the non-union world, and then you continue blindly taking action, basically just wishing and hoping and praying that this becomes full-time for you someday. You know what I mean? And here's why that's hard. Because doors getting slammed in your face over and over and over again, after a while, that really eats away at your soul and your confidence, and your drive starts to dwindle. You know what I mean? And you never know if this is going to work out, or if you're like, hey, maybe I need to give up and move back home. It's a really challenging way to go about your career. I feel like especially when people are trying to move from non-union to union or from outside of LA to LA, it's like this huge jump where like you're trying to jump from this thing I do on the side that I'm trying to make happen kind of to no, this is like a legitimate job, a legitimate career. And I feel like people have trouble making that jump because they're very like blindly going for it and their strategy is prayers. You know what I mean? And so the high achiever method that I'm going to share with you today, it gives you direction so that you're depending on a strategy instead of just hope and wishes and prayers. It's going to lead you down a specific path that's in line with what you actually want and build your confidence along the way, especially when the results start pouring in and you start like booking things. It builds your confidence so much, you know, because sometimes like I always tell my coach, like, even though that confidence needs to come from within and it's not supposed to come from anything external, it does feel good when the external things start validating and start coming in. Like it really does help, you know, build your confidence. At least that's been my experience. So is this making sense? Like, I don't know if you guys are relating to this. Do you guys ever feel like you're that really cute woman with the blindfold on? Like you're just, you know, blindly trying to make this happen. You're not really sure what actions to take. You're just doing what you maybe think you should do. Let me know in the chat box if you feel like that's what you're doing now. Let me know in the chat box sometimes. Cool. I'm going to take a sip of water while I wait for you guys to let me know in the chat box. Like, do you feel like you already have like a super specific strategy? You feel like you know exactly what you're doing, or do you feel kind of blindly? Do you feel like you're just depending on prayers and like just wishing and hoping? Amanda, the door is slamming in the face over and over is dead on, right? I mean, I've been there. This is why I know. John says yes. Tony, I love it. Not since I signed up for Land Your Dream Agent, right? I know. You got that whole damn plan. Amazing. Gina needs direction. Love it. Have a really good screenwriting coach. That's awesome. So she kind of alleviates the fears a bit. Hannah, absolutely. There are days I feel in the zone. Others when I feel like I'm hoping the actions I've taken lead to results. Totally. Yeah. So I'm actually really excited because I'm hoping that you're not going to feel that way by the end of this. All right. So I want you to know that this doesn't just work for me. I told you I wanted to share examples of all different crafts so that you can really see how this can play out for you and not just a graphic designer, right? Yes, I see all the comments coming in. I love it. Thank you guys so much for like sharing. And I love it. I love reading all your comments. Okay, so this is one of my clients, Cass. And if you listen to my podcast, you probably heard her story. She's amazing. But when Cass came to me, she was really depressed. She was on the verge of quitting. And this was kind of like a last ditch effort for her. You know, she had 0 network credits as an actor and she didn't have representation. And she was just really frustrated because she didn't really understand like why it wasn't happening for her. Like she knew she was talented. I mean, she's an actor and a singer. And she was just like, why is this not working? Like, I feel like I'm doing things and I'm not just sitting on my ass. Like I am doing things. I'm taking action. It's like nothing's really happening. And that's how, you know, she felt. And so, oh my God, I love it. Oh, you guys love her. I know. Isn't she amazing? So, so I taught Cass this high achiever mindset and strategy method. And it's really funny because she had a little resistance in the beginning because it was just like really new. And like, it depends, like everyone's in a different spot, but like for her, it was going to be like completely different than what she was doing before. She had to change a lot of things. And so she was a little nervous. She was a little scared. It was like outside of her comfort zone, but eventually she was like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm in, let's do this new method. And, basically her entire career took off after she did this. And like almost immediately, it was kind of crazy to see the shift, to try, like see all the results coming in. Like she got a manager, she got an agent, she got auditions started pouring in. She booked her first TV movie and she was one of the leading roles in that movie. It was actually really cool. We did a little watch party I watched with her a couple weeks ago. And like 2 days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, she filmed her very first network co-star on a Fox show. This is a picture that she texted me with the director of the show. I thought it was the cutest. Look how they match. They both are wearing black and they both have like silver hair. I love it. We're not allowed to say what show yet, I think until it airs, and it's airing in April. But she literally went from feeling depressed, having no direction, not understanding why this shit wasn't happening, to booking a TV show and a movie, like being on television twice in like 2 months. And she auditions all the time now. So complete turnaround. Amazing. And now results are just kind of flowing in all the time. And she texts me like every day. And I love it. I love that she texts me every day because she's always telling me about like all the new exciting things that are happening for her. Okay, so I want you to imagine what your daily life looks like. Like, look, maybe you're not an actor, but what does it look for you? Like, take a minute and just think, like, what would my life look like if I was kicking ass in my career? You know, hey, maybe I'm at Warner Brothers. Maybe I'm like at Paramount Studios. Maybe I'm on location. Whatever it is, maybe I'm on tour. Like, what does that look like for you? And really take a moment to think about what that would look like. Because I feel like for Cass, it's like she always says to me that, and if you're at the live event, you heard her talk, like she always talks about how she didn't even realize like how good this would feel to finally be here. You know what I mean? Like it just feels so different from where she was. So really take a moment and just think about what your version of that would be. Like if you suddenly had a bunch of success and were moving forward in your career, because like maybe you're not an actor and so maybe it looks a little different than Cass, but what does that look like? You know what I mean? I love imagining my daily life. I do this all the time, by the way, for like every new goal, because the bar is always moving. The bar is always moving higher and higher. Once you achieve one goal, you always want the next one. Okay, so here are the 3 secrets that I'm going to share with you today about this method, right? So I just gave you 2 examples of how this can work. It's fucking amazing, part of my language. And so now I want to dive in and share all of this with you. So I hope you guys are really excited. All right, so secret number 1, are you ready? One simple tweak that landed my client a 6-figure book deal offer. And some really other exciting Hollywood achievements as well. And secret number 2, we're going to go over how to create your own guaranteed lucky breaks without having to wait around for someone to say yes to you. This is huge. I feel like just secret number 2, like you would get so much out of this webinar if you just listen to that, right? It's not about lucky breaks. Oh, I can't wait till we get to that one. And then secret number 3, the fastest way to opportunities that will pay you $5,000 or more, like the higher paying opportunities. All right? Does that sound good? You guys excited to hear about this? Okay. Sorry, I'm a little nerdy and weird. But let's go in. That's secret number 1. Look how pretty that looks. I love it. Okay, secret number 1. Okay, one simple tweak that landed my client a 6-figure book deal offer. Guys, nobody has heard this story yet because it literally happened 2 weeks ago. Just kidding. I think 1 week ago. I think it happened last week. This is a brand new, amazing story with a brand new client. I don't even think this client has been working with me for like a month. Maybe it's been a month, but brand new story. So I'm so excited to share with you how this went down and how you can apply it to your career. Okay. So let me just tell you this story about her, and I think you're gonna be like, it's so inspired. Oh my gosh, I'm inspired by it. I am inspired. I get inspired by my own clients. They're amazing. Okay, so meet Alex. This is Alex. She's one of my new clients. So she is a writer, and again, I'm gonna share like tons of different crafts today so that we can kind of cover the board. But Alex, she has a very specific dream of selling scripts. And she's also a successful entrepreneur. So she has a pretty successful entrepreneur business that has totally kicked major ass. And so she has that entrepreneurial spirit, which I can relate to very well as someone who also has their own business. And so she just, like, as a writer, her personally just didn't have any interest in being a staffed writer on a show. Now, being a staff writer on a show is not a bad thing at all. I'm just explaining to you like what her specific dream was, right? Like, so because when you're an entrepreneur, it's really hard to work for other people, which is why it's like so hard for me to go back and take TV shows now. But if you're not an entrepreneur, like you don't really care about that and it's totally fine. But so she, as a writer, there's so many different paths for a writer, and she really did not want to be staffed on a show. She just wanted to make money selling scripts. And so what she did was she actually hired a coach to help her, which is great. But the coach was leading her down a path that was going to lead to being staffed. Like the coach was having her apply to all those network writing programs, like the ABC writing program. And I have a friend that went through that, and it led to being staffed on a show. And so what happened was this plan that they were working on, this strategy, it was completely out of alignment with what Alex truly wanted. And she was trusting in this person. She was trusting in this expert, and just went along with it. And so she ended up compromising her vision because she thought this person knew better. And it's not that this person is bad or wrong or whatever, but she was just leading her down a strategy that wasn't in alignment with what her goals were. You know what I mean? And so when Alex and I talked for the first time, I was like, okay, what do you want? Let's do that. And it's really interesting because I think that so many people like are taken aback when I ask that question, like, what do you want? Because I think like not many people are asked that question. I feel like in Hollywood, and I might be getting ahead of myself for like another slide in the future, but I just want to say this. I feel like in Hollywood, you are constantly being told by other people what you should be doing, and they never ask you what you actually want. And they're just telling you what they think you need to do to be successful. And you end up compromising a lot of yourself in that process. You know what I mean? And so when we started working together, I was like, let's change this strategy. Like the strategy you're working on now is going to lead to something you said you specifically do not want. You want to sell scripts? Let's work on that. So we changed her strategy to the thing she actually wanted. And like you guys, you won't believe like how it all played out. Oh yeah, I did include this. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I included this up here. I wanted to share. I know I had it later, but I want to show you. So what happened was, let's say down here on A is where Alex was now, right? And B is where she wants to be as a writer who sells scripts. What this other path was doing was having her go all the way out here to X to try to get to B, right? So it's like, well, if you go do this other thing where you become a staffed writer, you know, then you'll have some experience, you'll have some more clout, maybe you'll be able to get representation, and then you'll be able to start selling scripts. So you're going from A to B, but you're going from A to X to B, right? And I think a lot of people in this industry will tell you to do this. Not me. You guys know this about me, right? No, I don't do this shit. To me, this is like the long scenic route, and I don't believe in doing that. And so I was like, let's just go straight to what you want. Let's just go straight from A to B. Like, what a concept, right? And so literally, like, this happened a week ago where, so she has a novel that she had written with a writing partner, and they were offered from a big publishing company a 6-figure book deal. And not only were they offered this book deal, but it's also being shopped around right now to be made into a movie or a TV show, with companies that have done something similar with like a similar genre that she wrote in. And they're not even talking about just one story. They're talking about 2 sequels. So 3 books in the series. So they only have the first book written, but they already have summaries of the second 2 books, and they're working on that and fleshing it out, and it's being shopped around to be made into a movie. So do you guys, sorry, my shoes are making noise down here. The trash under my desk. Do you understand this? Like, it is so important to go from A to B and not from A to X to B. There's no reason to go that long route. Just go directly for what you want. Okay, so I want to give you another example, just so, again, like, I want you to understand that this is not just for a writer. This is not just for a graphic designer or an actor. This is for everyone. And so I think the more examples I give you, the more you can sort of start to play this out for your own career and see how this can work for you. So my other client, Jenny, she is a music supervisor. And right, like, isn't it so cool? I have so many different crafts in my program. I just freaking love it. So Jenny was doing actually pretty well. Like, she has a very like decent resume. She's worked a lot in Hollywood over the years. But she wasn't really getting the credit that she deserved because she was lower on the team, even though she was doing most of the work. And it wasn't feeling good to her anymore. Like, she really wanted more creative control. She wanted to be more involved. And it wasn't just about credit. I mean, it would have been nice if her name was mentioned when they were nominated for an Emmy, but like, it's not even just about that. It's about her, like, she really just wanted to have more creative control and be more creatively involved in the process, right? And so she was like, you know what? I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to be a music supervisor and start my own business. And then I'll just take on the shows that I want to take on, and it'll be great. And I'll get to do exactly what I want. Well, people were telling her not to do that. They were like, I wouldn't do that because music supervisors are only hired in-house. And you're going to be like kicking yourself. And we were like, no, we're going to do things based on our vision, not based on what other people are telling us. Because if she listened to these other people, she's going to be in a job that doesn't make her happy. You know what I mean? Juan, I see your question. That's a good question. How do you specify what exactly is not X in order to know what are the things you actually need to do? I'm going to talk more about that later. I'm glad you marked it as a question. Hopefully I'll be able to find it later. But yes, it's going to be different for everybody, you know, depending on what your dream is. But essentially that, like, the X represents something where you say, well, if I do this, it could possibly lead to where I want to go. Not, it'll definitely lead to where I want to go. Does that help? Because I think that, okay, we're going to get to it in another slide, and I'm going to explain even more. That's a great question. So, so Jenny didn't listen, obviously. We don't do that shit in Hollywood Success Coach. And literally, her business has only been open for a couple months, and she's already booked 11 film and TV projects. Okay? So she just went straight for the thing she wanted, even though people were telling her to go a roundabout way. And shit started happening for her. And she's so much happier. Like, she has so much control over which projects she can say yes to. And so I know I kind of asked you this before, but it's like, do you ever feel like you need to follow what quote unquote experts say, even if it doesn't sound fun? I think earlier I was asking you guys what I asked you, like, if experts ever tell you this kind of stuff, and you all said yes. do you feel, and hopefully by the end of this, you'll feel differently, but like, do you feel that you need to follow what they say, even if it doesn't sound good to you? Like, even if you're like, that doesn't sound like something I want to do? Have you ever experienced that? Like, give me a yes in the chat box if you have felt that. I'm going to take a sip of water too. You know what? I think it's like really easy to get caught up in like these people that have been in Hollywood for a while and you want to trust them, and, you know, but they send you down these paths that aren't exactly what you want to be doing. Yes. Okay. We got a yep. We got a yeah. We got a most definitely. Amazing. Amazing, Juan Ayala. Tony, yep. Okay. Yes, that happens even in voiceover. Just because something I record doesn't follow the normal trend, who's to say it won't happen? Yeah, I think it happens in every single part of the industry. I don't even think it's specific to any one craft. Okay, I see Amanda. I see Amanda's comment. That's like more specific. I will comment on that later. Let's save this for the end. How can I mark as a question? Okay. Where were we? Okay. So can you see that how when you make one little tweak just to focusing on your true vision, not on somebody else's version of your vision, that you can get there so much faster? Like, do you understand like this A to B thing as opposed to like A to X to B? You will always get there faster when you pursue the thing you actually want to pursue. And it sounds like common sense when I'm saying it, but it's not, because you have so many people that you trust who are telling you to do other things. And so then it doesn't become common sense, because you're like, well, isn't it common sense to trust these experts? But really, the fastest route is to go straight to the thing you want. And so it's so important to reconnect to your vision, right? And here's the thing. You need to believe that your vision is possible, right? It's kind of like when Jenny was being told, oh, you shouldn't start your own music supervisor company because those are just hired in-house now. Well, if she did not believe that she could get clients as her own standing business, then she wouldn't have gone for it, right? You need to believe that what you want is possible. Same with Alex. It's like she had to believe that she could be a writer who gets paid for her scripts without having to be a staffed writer. She had to believe that it was possible, right? And you have to let go of the phrase, I'll take whatever I can get. So here's the thing with that phrase, and I'm sure you've heard me say this before. When you say, I'll take whatever I can get, even though it comes from a really good place, like it comes from a place of you wanting to work and you're willing to do whatever it takes, like that is a good energy behind it. However, the reason why people say, I'll take whatever I can get, is because they don't believe they can get what they actually want. And the thing is that Hollywood has conditioned you to take whatever crumbs it's willing to send you. And you're like, let me just grasp at any scraps that it'll send me, like a dog under the table. It's like, can you imagine like a dog under the dinner table? The dog wants the whole meal, and the owner's like, no, here's like a couple crumbs of bacon and I'll throw that under the table. And that's what you're grasping at. And you're like, oh my God, give me any crumbs. I'll take whatever I can get. You've been conditioned to believe that that's how it has to be. You have been conditioned to believe that it's impossible to make it in Hollywood, that it's really difficult, that your chances are slim, you're probably not going to make it. Therefore, you should take whatever you can get. But taking whatever you can get is the whole, ooh, do I have it again here? Yes, I do. Taking whatever you can get is taking the whole A to X to B route. Because you're like, oh, well, there's this thing over here, and that's all that I see in front of me. So I'm just going to take it because I'll just take whatever I can get, and then hopefully it'll lead me to B. But you really need to believe that your version, that what you want is possible, so then you just go from A to B. Wait, I feel like there was one thing I wanted to say. Oh, yeah. So you might be thinking, okay, Erica, I feel like you're just like masking a mindset technique. Like, oh, it's all about mindset. And you're just trying to like, you know, you're trying to feed me the vegetables when I just want the meat, right? And maybe you're thinking like mindset doesn't really matter, Erica, especially not compared to strategy. But I want you to understand that is wrong, okay? Because our mindset controls your actions, and your actions are your strategy, right? So your mindset is controlling your strategy. When you believe that you have to take whatever you can get, you need to take the slow route, you need to go out here and do all the shit that isn't related to your dream or isn't what you want, it's controlling the actions you're taking. You're taking this path. So believe that you can't really get it, take this path. Believe that you can get it, take this path. And so mindset is everything. It literally controls everything we do. And I really want you to understand that. And maybe you're like, okay, but Erica, even if I pursued my vision my way, nothing is guaranteed in Hollywood, right? Even if I try to do this whole A to B thing, nothing's guaranteed, right? Here's what I want to say to that. It has to be guaranteed in your mind. This is a huge thing for Hollywood Success Coach, right? You need to view it as a done deal. This is why the motto for my entire business is my success is inevitable. You have to believe that your success is inevitable. Because when you think that way, you take the risks, you make the connections, you step outside your comfort zone. You do all the strategic things that lead to the results. Yes, your success is inevitable, Danny. I love it. Yes. Tony, yes, your thoughts dictate your life experience. 100%. Right. Exactly. If you don't believe it's guaranteed, then you'll never truly go for it. Hannah, yes. Oh my God, you guys are so smart. I'm like, oh, you totally get this. Exactly. Like, it is such a mind fuck what Hollywood does to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a mind fuck to be told over and over again by a billion people that it's so hard to make it, that it's never going to happen, that it's like winning the lottery. Like, that information is fed into your mind over and over and over again. And when we think that way, we don't do the right things. We take the slow route. We don't go straight for our vision. And so it's so important that you decide. It's a decision. My coach tells me this all the time, guys. So if you're curious, I walk my talk. This is like legit things that I do in my business and in my life. It's a decision. You have to decide that you're going to be successful. Think about how like strong I sound when I say that. It is a decision. I know I'm like, you guys know I want that house in the hills, right? I know I'm getting my house. It's a decision that I made. I might not know how it's all going to unfold or when it's going to happen, but it's a decision. I am not even entertaining the idea that it doesn't happen. That is the energy and the mindset that you need behind the strategy that you pursue. I got so heated about this. I hope this is helpful for you. I'm loving the comments. Like, I love that you guys are like definitely understanding what I'm saying. Okay, so let's move on to secret number 2. I'm going to take a sip of water. Okay, so secret number 2. Okay. Yes, Erica, that's my favorite quote from The Alchemist. Okay, so secret number 2, guys. This is all about lucky breaks, right? How to create your own guaranteed lucky breaks without having to wait around for someone to say yes to you. All right? So I want to just tell you a really quick story of how I broke into television. And I want you to see how luck had nothing to do with it. Because when people hear my story, they go, oh, you got lucky. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that luck had absolutely nothing to do with it. So I told you guys that I didn't have any connections, right? I didn't know how Hollywood worked. So one of the things that I did, one of my strategies, was to cold contact people in the industry and ask them questions. And I cold contacted about 150 people. And that is how I started to learn information. Now, out of those 150 people, one person was super nice and helpful. And we actually ended up becoming friends. He looked at my portfolio to kind of, see if he would feel comfortable recommending me. He actually gave me like a test assignment to see like how I handled it and how I communicated and if I like did a good job designing, whatnot. But he really did end up helping me a lot. And I think about 8 of the television shows that I worked on out of the 30-some were because of my connection to him. And people always say like, oh, wow, you got so lucky with that guy. You got so lucky that Henry, was your person that was helping you. And here's why luck had nothing to do with it for me. Because if it wasn't Henry, if Henry did not help me, I would have been going until someone did. I would have kept going until someone did. And I cold contacted 150 people. It's not like I was sitting around in my living room, someone knocked on my door and said, hey, I want to help you. Like, this was not luck at all. This was me creating opportunities for myself and one of the doors opening because of that work I did. And if that door did not open, I would have kept going until another door did. Because, why? My success is inevitable. It's a decision. It's a done deal. Okay? So, the cool thing, as you know, is didn't just work for graphic designer. So this is my client, Alvin. He's an actor, writer. And actually, when we first started, he wanted to focus more on the writing, although both of his careers have kind of taken off. I don't know if you guys saw, but he was on This Is Us this year. He was on 4 episodes of This Is Us as an actor. And actually, Juan, if you're still here, this is the actor that was on This Is Us the same day that Anna was on This Is Us. Oh, and Anna's coming up too. I have a little thing. I forgot Juan is here. That's so cool. Okay, so here's what happened with Alvin. So this is just another example of how it has nothing to do with luck and everything to do with strategy and creating your own opportunities. Okay, so when Alvin came to me, he basically thought Hollywood was based on luck. Being successful in Hollywood is based on luck. But after he took the leap of faith and tried things this way, this is what happened. Okay? Amazing. So he had written a script and had a producing partner attached to it as well. And they got to pitch at Netflix, which is like the dream, right? Everybody wants to pitch at Netflix, right? He pitched at Netflix. Netflix loved his script. It's actually a phenomenal script, by the way. Netflix loved the script. They got a second meeting at Netflix. Like, the meetings just kept coming. They kept moving up the chain at Netflix, right? And as they moved up the chain, he was like, oh shit, like, I think Netflix is going to buy my script. My life is going to change. Everything's going to be different. They're going to hand me a huge check. Like, it was like winning the lottery, right? And so as it happened, the very last person at Netflix to see it decided to pass, right? And it was a huge letdown for sure. Now, Alvin could have said, well, that was my one lucky break and I blew it. It didn't happen. And I'll never get another lucky opportunity like that again. Those kind of opportunities, they only come around once in a lifetime. How often do you get to pitch to Netflix and get that far at Netflix, right? But he didn't say any of that because teaching him the high achiever mindset and strategy, right? And so what we did, and we actually like prepped this a little before he even found out if Netflix was going to say yes or no. We strategized on how we could bring more quote unquote lucky opportunities into his life. We're like, okay, how can we bring in more opportunities? And literally, guys, within a few weeks, he got a development deal with a huge producer. We're not really allowed to say which producer yet. It hasn't been announced, but he's been working with this producer on a feature. And now the producer likes him so much, they're working on like a couple other projects as well, like a TV show and another feature, I think. So a few weeks ago, because he pivoted and he was like, okay, I can create lucky opportunities for myself at any time. All right. This is strategic. How can I create more opportunities for me and see if another door can open? And it did. He got a freaking development deal. It was intentional, right? Okay, one more example. And Juan, this is for you. This is Anna. Look how great she looks there. She's so cute. I love her. So Anna is, and I'm saying that because Anna is Juan's sister. They're amazing. I love that family. So Anna is a set PA. Again, want to show you another craft, how this plays out, how you can draw like quote unquote lucky opportunities into your life. So Anna had almost no experience. She had a little bit of experience, not a lot, right? But we sat down, she applied this high achieving mindset and strategy, and she started booking TV shows immediately, like literally within weeks. And every single show that was on her dream list ended up getting on her resume. Like, I remember when she was like, oh, I really want to work on How to Get Away with Murder. And that show did call her, but she was already booked on another show, and so she couldn't take it. She's like, Erica, this is my dream show. What do I do? A lucky opportunity that's never going to come around again. Like, but I'm already booked. And I was like, no. Lucky opportunities, they come around all the time. You'll be fine. It's okay. Just let them know that you're interested, but you can't do it this time. They'll call again. And of course, they did call again, and she got to work on that. She got to work on Grey's Anatomy, which was like also her favorite show. She was like obsessed working on Grey's Anatomy. She got to work on the actually series finale of Scandal. So she did a bunch of Shondaland shows. She worked on Big Little Lies, like The Affair, which was on her dream list. All of these shows. And these aren't just like random shows. These were shows that she dreamt of working on. And you could say, oh, she got lucky. But it happened again and again and again. Literally 17 shows. She has worked on 17 shows, and including her most recent one is the new Veronica Mars. This is a picture of her and Kristen Bell. I think this is like the cutest. So she actually ended up like really connecting with Kristen Bell on Veronica Mars, and they became friends. They became really close. And what is really cool is like now, like, can you imagine having that kind of connection in the industry? Like Kristen Bell is supporting you and is your connection and said, I'll recommend you for anything you need, right? So it's not quote unquote lucky when you can make it happen 17 times. And there was one movie that she booked that she was really unhappy on because people just weren't treating her that well. And it wasn't just her, it was like everybody, right? Juan, I love your comments. Like everybody wasn't treated well. I think a lot of people ended up quitting that movie, and there was like really high turnover, whatever. It was kind of a hot mess. And Anna we were talking about it, you know, strategizing of whether or not she should quit this movie. And I, of course, was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, quit that, get out of there. Because I know that these opportunities always come around because I believe in abundance. I don't believe in scarcity, and I don't believe in luck. I believe that I have control and that I can call in these opportunities, right? And so I was like, I think you should leave. You're really unhappy. Like life is too short. You shouldn't be compromising your values or, you know, being treated well. Like, no, life is too short for that. And so she ended up quitting, and of course she booked multiple projects after that. And I think Veronica Mars was one of them. So pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing how it works for everyone. So can you see that you can create your own opportunities? Basically, if you think about what luck is, it's literally just being in the right place at the right time, or just like a door opening. I mean, at the basis of luck, it's just a door opening. And so all you have to do is just go knock on more doors. Like, it's like you can just create more opportunities for yourself. And when you take away the luck factor, it takes away like what's the word? I feel like when you look at it as luck, you are taking a very passive seat in your career. You know, like you need to be in the driver's seat. You need to be actively pursuing your career. And when you view it as luck, I can't think of the word that I want to say right now, but basically you just need to see it as opportunities that you are capable of creating at any time. Because you don't want it to feel like Abraham Hicks, you know, she would describe it as like, you know, why we don't use the word big in my program. Like we don't say big because when you say like, oh, I want that big role, or, oh, I want the big money, you're talking about it as if it's out of reach, as if it's this thing that is not normal for you. And we want it to be normal. And when you talk about the word luck and you say, oh, I got lucky. And I know that people in this industry use that word all the time, and they say that, oh, they got lucky. I call bullshit. When you say, oh, I got lucky, or when it's about luck, it's like this thing outside of you that you can't control and that it's not normal. It's not an everyday occurrence. We want you to be seeing opportunities as an everyday occurrence. And so you want to be super intentional. And maybe you're like, okay, Erica, but I can't control who says yes to me, right? And while that's true, like you can't control who says yes to you, there is still so much that is in your control. And that's what you need to focus on. You know what I mean? Like if you focus on having zero control, you're not going to call in opportunities because you're going to be passively waiting for them to come to you. You're just going to be waiting for someone to knock on your door and, you know, hit you up while you're on the couch watching Netflix. You want to focus on all of the things that you can control. It's so easy to go, oh, you can't control anything in Hollywood. It's all up to somebody else. But that's not true. There's so much that you can do. And I want you to see how powerful you are. So you can control your actions. You can control your strategy. So be intentional and strategic about what you are doing. And then you'll see how all the lucky breaks start falling in. Watch how lucky you become. Julia, exactly. You're letting go of control when you call luck. Exactly. And that doesn't help you succeed. It hinders you. Erica, that's so sweet. I'm so glad. Okay. So is this making sense? Do you feel like, I actually would love to just see in the chat box, can you just give me like a yes in the chat box if you are ready to let go of the concept of luck? Like if you are ready to say, you know what, it's not about luck. I can create this shit. I can make it happen. And it's not about luck at all. And I can create opportunities for myself. If you feel like you can declare that, you can say, I'm letting go of the luck thing. It's not about luck at all. Give me a yes in the chat box. And I'm going to take another sip of water. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love you guys. This is like a fun group. Amazing. All right. So I love it. Yes, you can create. It's just knocking on doors. It's all it is. And you're just waiting for a door to open, but you don't want to wait. Waiting is so passive, right? You want to be actively going at it. Love it. Okay. So let's move on to this last secret. Okay. So this last one is the fastest way to opportunities that will pay you $5,000 or more. So let me know in the chat box if you would love to book at least one job that pays you $5,000 or more. Take another sip of water. Sorry. Let me know in the chat box. So, and some of you maybe have already booked jobs that pay you $5,000 or more. And for some of the crafts, I'm going to show you in a minute, some of the crafts, $5,000 is like on the low end of what you could make in one job. But can you imagine like, yes, I love it. Yes, please. You guys are hilarious. I love it. Yes. Because like, I feel like we need to talk about this. Because to me, this is what changes it from a hobby to an actual job, an actual career. You know what I mean? I feel like people don't talk about this enough. Runs up and grabs 5K. Oh my God. Like my event? That's hilarious. Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh my God, guys. Danny, I'm going to do that. I'm so going to do that. When I'm a millionaire, when I'm a multimillionaire and $5,000 is easy for me to give away, I'm going to do that at the event. I'm going to hold up $5,000 instead of a $20 bill. How amazing would that be? Oh my God. That just made me really excited, Danny. Thanks. Amazing. Okay. So, all right. So I want you guys to know, you may have heard this before, right? What got you here won't get you there. But I want you to especially think about going from lower paying jobs to higher paying jobs. And it doesn't really matter what craft we're talking about here, right? With all the crafts, I mean, I think essentially it's like going from non-union to union. And even so, like, even in the union world, you could be getting like lower paying jobs and going to higher paying ones within the union as well. But for the most part, I feel like it's like getting these lower paying jobs to these higher paying jobs. And when you think about it, like let's do the union example. If you think about all of the lower paying jobs that you've gotten non-union, whatever you did to get those jobs is most likely not what you need to be doing to get the higher paying union jobs, right? If we're just looking at the union, like think about it for an actor. I know not everyone's an actor here, but just for an example, like an actor, let's say to get the like low budget, you know, non-union jobs, you're just like applying to Actors Access all the time. And that's how you're getting them. And you're auditioning and you're booking or whatever. That is not how you're going to be getting the union jobs. I mean, not that you can't get union jobs, you know, SAG jobs on Actors Access, but when we're talking about network television, we're talking about studio features. You're not going to get those auditions by submitting yourself on Actors Access. Very rare, right? And so literally it's going to take a different action. And so, I don't know if Amrapali is here. She said she was going to hop on, but my client Amrapali, this is like a really good example of how this can play out. Now, Amrapali is an actress, and she wasn't trying to go from non-union to union. She's already been in the union. She's already been on television. She's already been in 52 episodes of television. So she's already done pretty well, right? But she wanted to go from basically like all of her 52 episodes of television, like most of them, almost all of them were co-star roles. So they were like the lower, you're AM. Oh my God, I love it. Oh, I didn't know. You didn't write your whole name. Amazing. Hi. Hello. Sorry, inside joke. Okay. So she's had really great success and she's been booking these like lower end roles. And she was like, I really want to do these higher end roles, like these other opportunities. Like I am ready for bigger opportunities. I'm ready for recurring guest stars. I'm ready for series regular. I would really love to also do movies. And so what we looked at her strategy, we're like, okay, well, what got you to this co-star level? And you've done really well, but what got you here is not necessarily going to get you to this next level, right? To these higher paying jobs, right? Right. Yes. She said no one was graduating her. And so I was like, girl, you got to graduate yourself, right? You got to graduate yourself to the next level. So, oh, shoot. I didn't know that was the next slide. Okay. Well, you saw it. All right. So, we worked on, so basically like one of her reps, like was just not fully on board with her vision and wasn't helping her get to that next level. Right. And so what we did was like, all right, we need to bring on new representation. We need to bring someone onto your team that's going to be on board with this, that's going to help you get to these higher paying jobs that you have been wanting, right? Like we need to go straight, again, it's like taking back Secrets 1 and 2 together. It's like you need to go straight from A to B instead of from A to X to B, right? And so we did that. We strategized. So she got some really great new representation that's totally on board. And really exciting thing, I guess I should have said, I guess I should have said this part in the beginning. But so last year, and Amrapali, correct me if I'm wrong, but all of last year, she only had 6 guest star auditions. And guest star is like the next level up from co-star, right? And so the entire year last year, she only had 6 auditions. 6 guest star auditions the entire year. And like, that's not enough to be moving up, right? You want those to be like the main thing. You don't want the co-star to be the main thing. You want the new stuff to be the main thing. So now with this new representation, she's already had 5 guest star auditions and 3 series regular auditions. By the way, not to brag, but one of them was straight to producers. She's already had 8 auditions at the higher level and it's only March 15th. And that's already more than what she had in all of last year. Isn't that crazy? But I want to explain how we kind of did this. And Amrapali, I don't think you've seen this, but I feel like you'll appreciate this graphic. All right. So you want to think about your old strategy and your old results on a different plane. It's like a different playing field, a different level than the new results. So the black circle represents the results that you want, right? And the results that you have. So this is like your old results. So let's say these were her old results of getting like tons of co-star credits, right? I mean, she did really well, just wasn't the level she wanted. So tons of co-star credits. This was the old result. Now, the new result that she wants is all the way up here. This is like higher paying jobs, right? Higher paying jobs. And I'm not going to go into it, but there was a lot more specifics around her vision and what she wants because I'm, you know me guys, like I want you to be as specific as possible when thinking about what your vision is. And so that's what we did. But let's just say higher paying, bigger roles here for sake of just making it simple. So the new result is up here. The old result is down here. The thing that she did, this old strategy that she had with that, that one representation, the one agent, that was in line with this, right? The old strategy, totally in line with this, got her these results. Now, the new results, this little pink box is not going to lead all the way up here. So in order to get up here, she needs a strategy that's up here. She needs a strategy that's in line. And it kind of goes back to the whole A to X to B thing. It's like, you can't, except for here, like you can't get to the new result from the old strategy. Like it just doesn't work, right? And so you really need a new strategy that is in line with this new result. And that's what we did with Amrapali. Like we were like, okay, we need a new strategy for you that is going to be in line with this new level of what you're trying to get. Because down here, like it worked for this, but it's not going to work for this. And look, this isn't always the case with every single person's, vision and goals or whatever, but like 90% of the time it is. 90% of the time you're doing this old strategy. And to be honest, most people are doing the old strategy because it's comfortable. And like, they're just so used to it. And to do something different up here is really scary because it's outside your comfort zone. It's something new. And you had like a whole flow with this. You were used to this. You know what I mean? It was like AFPQVR instead of A to B. Yes. I love it. I love it. So I don't know why I did this slide twice. What else was I going to say about this? So basically, like if you want to, I hope this makes sense. Like if you want to jump up to a new result, you need your strategy to jump up to. Okay. Now you might be thinking, okay, but even if I do that, there's still like way too much competition in Hollywood and there's just not enough opportunities, right? Maybe that's what you're thinking. And so that is just your mind focused on scarcity rather than abundance, right? And I wanted to show you some proof because I think that our minds often need proof. And that's also why I'm showing you so many examples because your mind really needs proof to understand this stuff. So, okay. Netflix, guys. In 2018, Netflix had a total of 700 original series in production. That is just Netflix. That is only one network. And there are so many networks now, right? So I want your mind to understand that competition doesn't mean crap. Like there is room for everybody. There are so many opportunities right now. It's ridiculous. Like now is the absolute best time to be pursuing a career in television or even in features. You know what I mean? I mean, television especially, but 700 series just in 2018, just for Netflix? That's crazy. Okay. So there are so many opportunities for you. Oh yeah. Okay. So another thing you might be thinking is, well, Erica, like I might need a new strategy, but the new strategy might cost me money. Like I might need to invest in something. Right? Like, for example, I mean, yes, Amrapali invested in my coaching, but she also got new headshots. So that was an investment. She ended up like completely changing her reel, although I think she did that herself. But like sometimes the new strategy does require a new investment in something, whether it is coaching or a program or like new marketing materials. Like it's going to require some kind of investment, right? And you might be like, cool, well, maybe Amrapali has money and so she was able to do that and whatever you might be thinking. But I wanted to tell you about PayPal Credit. So this is like really fucking cool. I didn't even know this existed until recently, but PayPal now offers credit like a credit card, but literally for 6 months, there's no interest and no payments. I feel like it sounds like a commercial. No interest and no payments until 2019. That's what I'm hearing in my head when I read this text. Oh my God. But anyway, I just think this is really cool. Like I think especially if you are in this industry and you feel like you need to invest to get yourself to the next level, whatever your piece of that strategy is, this is like a really cool option. You literally don't make any payments for 6 months. You don't pay interest for 6 months. And you know, like the chance that you're going to book something in 6 months is pretty high. So, oh yeah, you got a new headshot too and postcards. Coach it. Oh yeah, you moved. Oh my gosh, you invested so much. Totally. And Amrapali was never like, oh my gosh. Well, no, that's not true. She did come to me and she's like, hey, I want to coach with you, but I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. Can you help me? And I was like, yeah, of course. Let's talk about it. And she was just open to that conversation. We had that conversation. So I just think this is really cool because I didn't even know about this recently. So if you have to like invest for any part of your strategy, this is a really good option. And I think it's really fast and you just use PayPal. I actually have to like figure out how to accept PayPal payments so I can do this too. So yeah, so it's like a credit card through PayPal, but if you spend more than $99, you literally don't make payments or interest. So it's different than a credit card because credit cards, you have to make payments right away and you pay interest right away. But for PayPal credit, they're doing this really cool thing where like they're essentially paying for it for you for the first 6 months. That's pretty fucking cool. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is investing and when you make a return on your investment, right? And so we because we're talking about how do we get these higher paying opportunities. So it's probably going to take a shift in your strategy that is in line with these higher paying opportunities, right? And so I just wanted to give you an example of what some of these higher paying opportunities look like. And so because anytime you invest in your career, you're going to make a return on your investment, right? And so like one of my clients booked one job, and that one job paid him $17,000. So, Erica, yes, you can totally use PayPal credit to work with me. Not my coaching though, because my coaching is currently all full right now. I'm actually at maximum capacity, but in the future, yeah, totally. I will totally take PayPal credit. I just have to figure out how to get that button, and I'll make it work. But so I wanted to show you. So one of my clients literally, he booked one single job and made $17,000 on one job, one TV show. And so I wanted to show you what kind of money you can expect to be making. And this should help you feel so much better about anything that you invest into yourself, right? Like anytime you invest in yourself, it's a business and you're going to make a return on your investment. So if you're a director and you book one TV episode, those are starting at $25,000. And that's on the low end, right? You can make up to like $70,000 an episode, I think. And that doesn't even include like residuals and stuff when it becomes reruns. So, TV writer, it's like starts at $15,000 a script. I have writer friends that are usually making $30,000 for a script. And so if you're a staffed writer on a show, I think you make between $3,000 and $5,000 a week. And then on top of that, when one of the scripts gets your name on it, usually you get 1 or 2 scripts per season. Then you get an extra $15,000, $30,000, whatever their fee is that they're paying you for the script. And then actors, I think a lot of people know this breakdown. And honestly, like the co-star actually starts at like $981, I think. But, every now and then you work on a network or a cable thing that lowballs and pays a lower end. And so I just kind of wanted to start with the lowest, but usually it's a lot higher than this. And it's by day. So like if you book a co-star, it's like $800 a day. And then the guest star, sometimes it's like a weekly rate starting at $3,500, usually I think in the $7,000 range. Series regular, you guys know series regular. You probably have seen reports and stuff and Hollywood Reporter and whatnot. Series regular starts at $17,500. I think most are really starting at $25,000 to $30,000. I have one client who was up for a series regular on a pilot, and it was going to be $30,000. And then of course, like once you're more established, you can make $100,000. You could be on Big Bang Theory and make $1 million an episode. So I want you to really understand that like once you start getting these higher paying opportunities, this is the money that you'll start making. And can you see the return that you're going to make on your investment? Like let's say, I'm just throwing out a number. Let's say you invested $5,000 into different things for your strategy, right? Like, I don't know, Amber probably just, listed a whole bunch of things she invested in. Let's just say 5,000. If you're an actor and you booked one guest star, you could easily make that back in literally one job, $5,000 back in one job. I have $3,500 listed here. It's on the low end. I have clients that are, it's usually around $7,000 or whatever. I had one client book a recurring co-star and it was $17,000. Like the return that you get on your investment here is so huge, which is really wonderful, right? It's great when you start getting these opportunities. So investing, oh yes, Amrapali, thanks for letting them know about Affirm also. Like when you are investing, you can feel good about your investment knowing that this is the kind of return that you're going to start to see. You know what I mean? Like who would not love to make any of these fees up here? I have one client who's a director and we are like literally on the verge of getting her an episode. And I can't wait. I hope it's $50,000 for her first episode. I mean, it depends if it's a half-hour comedy or an hour-long drama. But it's great. Like who wouldn't fucking love to make this kind of money more regularly? And maybe some of you are already making this money, but it's just not regularly. It's not all the time. So cool. I'm going to take another sip of water, but let me know in the chat box if you're like, yeah, Erica, of course I would like to make this money. Let's get this party on let's get this show on the road. Juan, I feel one of the hardest things to deal with to start is knowing how to invest. Yeah, I bet you're right. Totally. I think that knowing how to invest would be like, and you'll get help along the way, but what is the thing that's going to move you the farthest, the fastest? That's what I always ask for. Or that's the question I always ask. Like, what's going to move the needle the farthest, the fastest? That's how I decide how I'm going to invest. That's why I always have a coach, because I feel like the coach helps me like everything grow so much faster. I don't know if that's helpful. I hope it is. Already feel 100% ready to check out PayPal Credit and work with Erica. Oh, amazing. Amrapali, you can't do the residual math on the returns. Amazing. Yeah, 19 episodes of Grey's Anatomy. Let's make this and so much more. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Cool, guys. Money, 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 money. Did I get that right, Tina? I feel like you just wrote that out so perfectly. Money, 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 money. Love it. As artists, we don't get the business push to invest in our business. There's a weird idea about spend money as self-employed artists. I know. And I think that it's very common for artists in Hollywood, no matter what your craft is, to not want to invest anything, to not want to invest a single penny and just want to move forward. But it is a business. Like, you are running a business, and it is going to require, an investment, just like any other business would. But you're going to get a return. You're going to get a return. Gina, I nailed it. Yes, amazing. I know they don't teach you any of that in school. I know, it's all craft. That's why Hollywood Success Coach is awesome, right? Yes, Justin, if you hadn't invested in headshots and you might not, is this Justin Seelig? I wish I could see all your last names. Amazing. Right, just like college. I know people are like so ready to invest in college and take out loans from the bank and whatnot, and they'll do anything to pay for college, and then it comes like something more specific to their career, and they're like, what? I can't do that. Amazing. Oh my God, Justin. I love it. It's so good to see you. I love you guys so much. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So if you follow this, if you feel like you followed all these secrets, and I know this was just like the basics, but if you at least feel like, okay, you followed the first secret and you got really clear on your vision so that you figured out that you're just going from A to B and not A to X to B. And then you declared that you are no longer going to rely on luck. You're like, fuck that shit. I am totally in, and I know that I can create these opportunities. And then you did what I showed you in secret number 3 to create a strategy that's in line with the next level you want to get to. Do you think you could be successful? Like, if you follow this very basic 3 secrets, the basic outline of this high achiever mindset strategy, do you feel like you could be successful? Let me know in the chat box. I'm hoping to hear like a whole bunch of yeses. Hannah, I've always been afraid of falling into traps with investments and acting because you hear about so many scams or things that didn't work out for them. But if it calls to me in a fun and intuitive way, bingo, Hannah. I think you always have to use your intuition. Always. I know there are scams out there, but I think you need to trust your gut. Always trust your gut, and don't let the scams, like they're scamming you even more if you believe in them so much that you're never going to invest in yourself. You know what I mean? All these yeses. Yes, I love it. I love it. But Hannah, definitely, like, you just need to trust your intuition. You'll know deep down, like, if it's something you want to invest in. Faux show. I love it. Absolutely. Let's do this. Okay. Amazing. So does this make you excited about your future? I feel like this is such a rhetorical question, but I got it here. Does it make you excited about your future? Hell yeah. I mean, it makes me excited about your future. Amazing. Okay. So I want to introduce you guys to Your Dream, Your Light, Your Hollywood. And I prepared a little like quick thing for you just to show you what this is. Are you cool if I just like take a couple minutes and tell you what Your Dream, Your Light, Hollywood's all about? It's my brand new course. I've never done this before. It's like literally everything that I do with all of my one-on-one clients to help them succeed. It is the absolute ultimate course on breaking into Hollywood your way. Like, it is literally the ultimate course. It's every single thing that you need to succeed in Hollywood. Everything. Duh, tell us. One. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Yay. Oh, Naomi, hey. Yay. Okay. So I just want to read this little thing I wrote here because this is so important to me. Like, it makes me want to cry. Okay. So this course is your compass, your guide. It leads you step by step down a path that feels like home because your vision, your morals, and your values are 100% seen and heard. I like want to cry reading that, guys. I know this is like, I get so excited, but I know the title of this course is a mouthful and it might seem crazy, your dream, your light, your Hollywood. But when I was thinking of naming this course, I was like, I want you to feel that you have a voice in what you are doing. I want you, I'm going to cry. Sorry, guys, I'm a mess. I want you to feel like this is your vision. And yes, I'm helping you with the strategy part of it and showing you what to do. But ultimately, it is your path. It is your vision. And through this course, I'm literally showing you how to make sure that your vision is always a part of what you are doing. And like, this is how I do my coaching as well, that I'm sure Amrapali can talk about. But like, I'm obsessed with wanting to know, what is your vision? How do you want this to go down? What do you want this to look like? And that's what we're going to do. Like, because I think that every time you're not doing that, you are dimming your light, and you are here to expand your light. And so that's why this is called Your Dream, Your Light, Your Hollywood. I know it's like a mouthful, but it's really important for me to you, like for you to understand this. Like, this is what I wanted to communicate to you. So, and you may have already seen the sales page for this, but I just want to just tell you everything you get. There's two different versions. There's a basic and there's a VIP, but everything that you get, and I'm going to go through each thing just so you have a good understanding. So with this course, you're going to get the entire course. There's 5 modules and a whole bonus section, which you see down here. So 5 modules, the entire Land Your Dream Agent course. And by the way, I know we have some Land Your Dream Agent students on here. And if you are a student of Land Your Dream Agent, you get a discount on the VIP. I don't know if you guys saw my email. I have to, do I remember what the promo code is? I'll look it up afterwards. But there's a promo code for anyone who already took Land Your Dream Agent. The entire Land Your Dream Agent course, and this is for agents or managers. Amrapali went through this course, and she's already been in the industry for 13 years. So it's not just for beginners, it's for everybody. I'm also including my ultimate guide to making connections, which is a whole other course. Like, you're getting like 3 courses in one. This is everything I did, how to break in. Oh, I guess I'm going to go through each one. I don't know why I'm, okay. My cold contacting templates. So you can copy and paste, but I want you to add your voice to it. And the bonus vault, that there's like 4 extra lessons about day jobs and about how to use production listings to find information. Really cool stuff, right? And so the VIP version just gets 2 extra things. So if you want it, so basically the basic is for anyone who wants to do it on their own. This is an online course. If you just want to go do it on your own, totally cool. That's what the basic version is. If you want to do the VIP version, if you're like, I would love to do this course, but I want connection to Erica. Like, I want to be able to talk to Erica. I want to be able to ask Erica my questions. Then you want to do VIP. So the VIP also includes a Facebook group community. So this is like a private Facebook group where you can post all your questions. You can post like your email drafts, your resumes, like anything you want feedback on. You can post all of that there. And everyone else in the group is going to give you feedback in addition to me. And then I'm also going to be doing 2 group Q&A like live sessions a month for 2 months. So it's a total of 4 sessions. I might do more than that. We'll see what you guys need. But at the very least, you're going to get 4 live Q&A sessions. And I did this with the agent course, and it was so much fun. And for those of you who are in the agent course, let me know if you liked those like live group Q&As. I thought those were so awesome. So that's what you get with the VIP. Okay, so these are the 5 modules. I was like, oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the modules that you get with this course. And so guys, so what we went over today, that's like the basics of it. In this course, you're not just getting the basics, you're getting the specifics. So it's literally going to show you like all the mindset stuff that you need, but then also how to map out a strategy for you that's going to change everything. And then I'm really proud of module number 3. I think module number 3 is badass because it shows you, actually, I should probably bring it up on my screen so you can see it. Maybe I will in a minute, but it shows you how to pursue the strategy. So if you were at Hollywood Success Live and you've already done the reverse engineer thing, this tells you what to do after that. It literally tells you how to make the strategy happen. It tells you all the actions to take. So you're never going to be confused about like, what should I do next? Like, it's all in here. And the module 4 is about manifestation and law of attraction, because I think that is such an important piece to this, especially with, you know, attracting opportunities your way. And module 5 is all about getting to the next level. You know, so once you kind of get all this in place, how do you get to the next level? So this is like the amazing Your Dream, Your Life. Hollywood like literally has everything you need, right? It also has the Land Your Dream Agent course. This is an entire course that walks you through step by step of how to get an agent or a manager, and not just any manager or agent, but one that you actually love, who actually sends you out on auditions, interviews. This is no longer just for actors. I've had like my director client is going through this course. My talk show host is going through this course. So I used to sell it just to actors, but now I'm just letting everybody have it because it's not just for actors. There's one lesson in there that's about your reel and your headshots or whatever. So if you're an actor, you just skip that video. But everything else in there, you can totally apply to get yourself an agent. And like literally 100% of my clients have gotten reps this way with this method, 100%. And Amrapali, yeah. So Amrapali went through this course, and that's how she got the new managers that are sending her out all the time. The Ultimate Guide to Making Connections. So I told you in the beginning that the way that I broke into Hollywood was by cold contacting 150 people. Well, in this guide, I tell you how I did it, how I knew who to contact, how I found their information, and what to say. And this is, again, not just for graphic designers. This is for everybody. I lay it out for different crafts. So this is how you make connections in Hollywood. This is like fucking phenomenal, guys. Like, I'm like, how am I including like 3 courses in one? But I really wanted you to have everything you needed. Like, I hope it's not overwhelming. But if you just take it one day at a time, I think you'll be okay. This is literally like, how do I make connections to get me to that next level? I show screenshots of my messages. Like I said, the next thing is the templates. So you're going to get the templates of like literally what I said and what my client said. And in the agent course too, there's also templates in there of what my clients used for templates to get agents and managers. And then the bonus vault, like I said, so the bonus vault is 2 lessons about your day job. And there's also a lesson in there on how to use the production listings, which is really great. And there's also another video on high achieving actions that's really important. And not that you guys need to know this, but there's some really fun cell phone wallpapers in there too that you can make for your background on your phone if you just want like that extra motivation, inspiration. Okay, so can we talk for a second about old habits, right? So old habits die hard, right? Habits, they're really hard to change. I know you know this, but like I could leave this webinar right now and just have a great afternoon, go about my Friday, because this is already working for me. Like I've already worked on 30 television shows, you know what I mean? But this is not about me, it's about you. So if you leave this webinar right now, you might feel inspired and like pumped up, but tomorrow morning, you'll be right back where you were, you know, slipping back into your old routines, right? I mean, that is what most people do. And I want to make sure that you're not most people. I want to make sure that you're successful. I want to help you break those old habits. And the thing is, and Joe Dispenza talks about the science behind this of how this happens, but if you want actual, real, lasting change, you need repeated exposure to the entire system. Like you literally need to repeat the information. And one of the cool things about this course is like you get everything at once. And I actually think it's really important that you go through some of the videos and just like listen to them again and again in the background when you're like working out or cleaning the dishes or doing laundry, because the more you repeat the information, the more the connections stay in your brain. When you learn something once, like let's say you learned something once today on this webinar, the second you leave, if you don't revisit that lesson over again, like if you don't repeat it, the connection in your brain actually dies. It's crazy, the science behind it. You can look up from Joe Dispenza. He explains it really well. But if you really want lasting change, like if you want new results in your career, you need to have repeated exposure to the whole system. And so that's what you're going to get when you invest today. And here's everything you get. Just to show you one more time, I'm going to show you this a couple times. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys this because we're talking about this whole conversation about investing. And so this pie chart represents the potential money that you could earn from just one job. So since I have proof, I have one client that booked $17,000 in just one job. That's what I used for this. So one job, $17,000, and then the investment for the course is that one little sliver. So that's like money-wise, how your investment compares to the return that you can make on your investment. And to be honest, it's way bigger, the return, because 17 grand, that's only one job. Like you're going to book a billion more jobs after one. It's not just going to be one, but at least the first job, you're going to make a huge, huge, huge return on your investment. It's 3.51% your investment is. Oh yeah, bonuses. I've got some bonuses. Okay, so for the VIP, so these bonuses are for VIP. The private Facebook group community. So environment is so important to your success. It is so crucial for you to surround yourself with people. And some of you were mentioning, your friend circle maybe is not that encouraging or not that helpful or whatever. Your environment can break you. It can make or break you. And it's so important to surround yourself with an environment of other people who are high achievers, who are making shit happen, who are going to help you and encourage you and inspire you. And so I just included a cute little screenshot of from my client group. Like, I just thought it was so great. Like, one of my clients, she booked something and then look at all of these people cheering her on. Like, can you imagine having like a huge family of people supporting you and how great that is? Oh my God, it's the greatest. The other bonus number 2 are these live Q&As with me. So I'm going to pop on a live video in our Facebook group twice a month where you can ask me all of your questions. And if you can't make it live, you can submit your question ahead of time just by posting it in the group, and I'll still answer it. I'm going to answer every single question I get. So this is your opportunity to ask me all of your personal questions that, because when you start going through the course, you might have, I don't know, questions might pop up. And so I'm there for you. I'm there for you, babe. I'm there to help you. And then here is a bonus number 3 for the VIP people. For the first 5, I've actually already had someone sign up for this, but I'm going to continue and just like let 5 more people do it. For the first 5 people to sign up for VIP, I'm giving you 2 weeks of free coaching via Messenger. So you can message me on Facebook. You can message me on Instagram. You can message me privately to get your own personal coaching for 2 weeks. And I'm sure Amber Polly can attest to this because we talk every day. I mean, this is so valuable. This is so if you're like, I would love to coach with Erica, but I haven't been able to invest. So my price went up, by the way, guys. The price for my coaching program is now $6,400 for 4 months. So it is a considerable investment, to coach one-on-one with me. And so maybe that's just out of your budget right now. And so I wanted to provide a way for you to get some coaching that could be within your budget. So you're getting this for free when you sign up for VIP, just the first 5 people though, because I can't do it for everybody because I would just like run out of time. But you'll get 2 weeks of private coaching for free via Messenger. And then look at everything you get. Oh my God, look at that value, $6,885. Humongous value. Amazing, right? Okay, so let's just talk for a second. If all this course did was like one thing, like if all you got out of this course is that it helped you book one up-level job, or if all you got out of this course was it helped you feel like completely happy again in your career, because maybe you're feeling really depressed and struggling and frustrated. Or if all this course did was give you something to report back home about and tell them that you're working on something, wouldn't that be worth $6,885? If all it did was just one of those things? What would success in Hollywood be worth to you? Like if you were legit living your dream life every day, if you were going to set, working on a TV show, working on a film every single day, what would that be worth to you? If you were making a full-time income so you didn't have to have a day job anymore, like what would that be worth to you? Or if you were feeling confident and happy and successful on a daily basis. I have clients who are like, I'm just so happy. Like Kim talks about it all the time. And I have a little quote from her in here that talks about it. She's like, I'm so happy all the time. And, she used to be depressed all the time. Like, what would that be worth to you? And so you can see like what a good deal at $6,885. And you might be like, Erica, that's cray-cray. But like, seriously, if this changed your life, and you were making, you know, tens of thousands of dollars every job you booked, wouldn't that be an amazing deal? So obviously I'm not charging you $6,800 on this. You can literally get started today, just $597, or you can do VIP for $1497. And there's also a payment plan for VIP. So if you're like, oh my God, this sounds amazing, I need to do it, then head over to bit.ly/HollywoodGo and come join us in your dream, your light, your Hollywood. Now, I want to show you this again. Okay, if you did this $597 today, and this is the potential that you could earn in just one job, and this is the investment of $597. It is like literally 3.51% of the potential like return on the investment that you could get. So the investment is 3% of what you could make. That's so tiny, so tiny. And so basically you have two choices, right? So the first option, obviously you can do nothing. You don't have to take this leap of faith. You could just do nothing and have nothing really change for you. Or you could pony up this small investment and make all of your freaking dreams come true. Here's again everything that you get. Get started now. Just go to bit.ly, and actually I should put this link in here too. Okay, the tale of two people. I love this. So you can either be scared Sally, scared Sally, biting her teeth. She's so scared. Oh my God, I want to do it, but I'm so scared. Or you can be Superman Sally or Superwoman Sally. The choice is yours. Like you can be strong and be like, fuck yeah, I'm doing this for my career. I'm investing. I'm going to make this shit happen. I cannot wait to see all the results I get. Or you could be like, I'm kind of scared. I don't really want to do this. I don't know. Money's so scary, right? You could be either one. So here's the link. I'm actually going to type it in here because I don't know if you can, you put links in here? bit.ly/Hollywood go. Cool. Okay, so here's what you do next. So when you click that link, you'll be taken to this and you can choose. You want to do the basic on your own or you want to do the VIP with me and get coaching from me. And remember, the first 5 people to sign up are going to get the free coaching for 2 weeks, which is amazing. And you just select which one you want. And then the VIP also has a payment plan if you want to do the payment plan. You can break it up into 2 payments of $797. This is what it looks like when you click that link. And you just join now, whichever one you want. Okay, here it is again. Value, $6,885. All you have to pay is $597. Erica says, if only I didn't have $450 in my bank account. I indulged in too much retail therapy last few weeks. So Erica, so interesting point. So remember our whole conversation about PayPal credit? So you're just looking at cash. And you guys, when you are trying to invest in your business, you don't want to just look at the cash that you have. You want to look at, yes, Lucas, I love that, right? Like you want to look at, like there's so many other ways to pay for things than just the literal cash in your bank account. That's what credit cards are for. That's what other family members are for. That's what loans are for. Like there's so many ways to make it happen. And you know, when your mind is only focused on like the cash that I have in my bank account now, that like you're cutting yourself off from opportunities. Yes, I will announce it here. So there's still the 5 slots open, Amanda. But yes, you can, like, I'll announce it here because it's going on right now. Oh, I should add that. I was going to add that timer. Amazing. Okay. So here's a testimonial from Kim. So Kim says, before I had been in LA for a really long time and I had a lot of judgment about that and I felt really stuck. I was scared to invest, but I'm so grateful I did because it's changed everything for me. Everything started flowing, including new higher level representation that is sending me out on great auditions. More than anything, I've just been happier in my life. And this is Kim that I was telling you, like, she's always like, I'm just so happy. It's amazing. Okay, so when you invest in your dream, your light, your Hollywood, you can say goodbye to feeling depressed. You can say goodbye to feeling unsure of your next step. You can say goodbye to no results, right? So like, can you imagine how it would feel to be happy all the time in your career? Or how amazing would it feel to really have a specific strategy mapped out so you always know what's next step to take, so that you're not sure about, like, you'll never be unsure of what your next step is. Like, you're going to actually map it out in the course. And especially if you do the VIP version, you can also ask me all your questions about it. And saying goodbye to no results. Like, how great would it feel when you finally have results to talk about and like actually live through? Like, how amazing would that be? So if you're still on the fence, let's talk about it. And by the way, I'm going to take questions at the end too. So keep asking me your questions. I got you. So if you're still on the fence, reason number one, you're not sure if it's going to work for you. Maybe that's why you're on the fence. And the thing is, look, this works for everybody. I've shown you a bunch of different crafts today that it has worked for. And the thing is, in the modules, there's specific lessons that are going to show you how to make it work for you. So I'm going to, like, in every lesson in the module, you're going to see exactly how to map it out for you. And the second reason, maybe you're still on the fence. Maybe you're not sure if it's going to show you anything that you haven't already done, right? And here's the thing. It's not like there's like secret tasks that are in this course that you've never heard of before, like that you didn't know exist. But it is going to give you an approach that is completely different. So it's going to show you how to be more strategic than you've ever been before so that things can start happening faster. Also, I seriously highly recommend you grab the VIP option so that you can get my eyes on your career, right? And then you can ask me all your questions about how it's going to work for you. Like, I will totally help you out with that. And reason number three, you think it's too expensive. That, you know, I can't really help you if you think it's too expensive. This is an investment and a decision that you have to make for yourself. Like, just what I was saying earlier, like, you just got to trust your own gut, your own intuition, and see what feels good for you. I mean, personally, I've invested over $30,000 just in the last year in coaches and programs and stuff in my business. And my return on my investment has been insane. But yes, Chelsea, yes, Chelsea is in the course. Amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh yes, I know. Chelsea, like, you had like crazy things happen within like a day. Juan says, what puts me on the fence? It's that I'm not ready for it yet. So Juan, since I know your specific situation, I think you're 100% ready for this, especially based on our last conversation. I think you are 100% ready for this because it's going to take what you and I did, and it's going to take it a couple steps further. And also, when you get the course, by the way, you get the materials for life, like lifetime access. I mean, unless something happens with ClickFunnels and it goes down or something, but you get lifetime access, so you'll have it forever. So it's not like it's going to go away in a certain point. I actually think this is like really, like, this is stuff you should be revisiting forever. Like every step, like every new level you get to. But Juan, I think you're 100% ready for it, based on our conversation about where you are. Okay. So, oh my God, this is another testimonial I've got from my client, Janelle, voiceover client. So she said, I was kind of scattered and Erica helped me get clear on what brings me joy. And as soon as I leaned in, my career took off. Now I'm a full-time voiceover actor, making all my money from it in a short period of time. It's actually really cool. Janelle got to quit her day job, or one of her bartending shifts. She was bartending. She got to quit her bartending shift because she's making all this money from voiceover. Could someone just resell your content if it's lifetime access? Well, I hope not. I mean, it's copyrighted, so I could sue them. And I hope that the customers that I attract are good humans. Okay, so hit me with your questions. I can't even see, like, when people signed up. Hit me with your questions. What questions do you have? What questions did I miss? And let me know when you sign up, and I congratulate you. Let me know. I don't know if I have a way of being notified when the sale comes in. So let me know that you signed up. Let me know. What was I going to say? Let me know too if you grab the VIP so I know how many are left. Are there any other questions? Oh, there were some questions earlier. How do I find those questions? Questions. Crap, I don't know how to find those questions now. Okay, if you had a question earlier, let me know. You literally hopped on 5 minutes ago and have tons of questions. I know. I love it. I love it. Okay, so Lucas, hit me. Amanda, Erica, I love this. I hate to be the hesitant bunny over here, but do you feel like the program is a mindset coaching, as I feel that's where I need the biggest shift? Amanda, it's both. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Do you guys want me to show it to you? How about I do that? I'm going to share my screen. So Amanda, it's both of them. It's both mindset and strategy. Always, like everything I do is mindset and strategy. Okay. I'm going to show you how involved is the coaching. What do you mean? What do you mean more specifically? If you do the VIP option and you're one of the 5, if you're one of the 5, it's unlimited. You can just message me anytime and ask me any of your questions. I love it, Tony. And Tony, you were in the agent course, so you get a discount. I got to find that promo code, Tony, but you get a 20% discount. I can't remember. One-on-one coaching, Lucas. Yeah, the one-on-one coaching is for the first 5 people, and it's for 2 weeks. 2 weeks of unlimited coaching, which Chelsea has already started. So maybe she can let you know how that's been going. But Chelsea already started, and it's both, and I feel like it's customized to what you need. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Amrapali has also already seen it. Oh, yeah. So I was going to share my screen. You guys want to see it? Would that be helpful? Let me share my screen. Share. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, wait, if I move it over here, does that still work? Yeah, okay, so here is the course. Okay, so this first one, Become a High Achiever, these are all the mindset pieces that are like so important that you'll need, right? So this whole section, and honestly, guys, I say this in the course, and I feel like Amrapali will like attest to this, I think these are some of the most important videos that you should be going through. And I think you should listen to them over and over again. Like these are the ones that you should, pay attention to it the first time you watch it. But then after that, I really think that you should listen to it over and over again. Like when you're doing your laundry or when you're in the car, like just have it on in the background when you're doing things so that it can get ingrained in your mind. I think like that's such a good way to like stay inspired, stay on top of it, and make sure you're not wavering so much. No, the chick in the Superman suit was not me. Oh, Chelsea, that's amazing. I love it. Thank you. Okay, so that's the first one. So then the second one is creating your strategy. So this one is about strategy. It's about how to reverse engineer your plan. And then the clear intentions list, which is our little secret weapon in Hollywood Success Coach that I do with all my clients. It's been amazing. After you reverse engineer, you're going to also then be shown how to come up with an action plan for your strategy, which is really awesome. And then this one is my favorite. This is pursue your strategy. So this is like literally cold contacting, what to say in emails, how to market yourself, how to get in your union, the whole Land Your Dream Agent course. Like to me, this is so freaking valuable. This is literally like how to pursue your strategy. Once you have the strategy in place, once you have the action plan in place, how do you implement it? How do you do it? Like, what do you do? So this is going to show you everything. And then the law of attraction one, of course, like I'm obsessed with this. I think this is so important as well. And then getting to the next level. This is how you get to the next level, right? And then the bonuses, all things day job, production listings. This is how to use production listings to get jobs. And really pretty wallpapers that I'm excited about that I actually have on my own phone. So yeah, so this is the course. And remember, you're also getting the entire Land Your Dream Agent course, which is here. And so this is how you create an account for that course. You're getting 3 courses in one. This is such a freaking steal. Grabbing that VIP. Amazing, Amanda. I love it. Okay, so if Amanda's grabbing it, then there's what, 4 left? Unless someone else got it and they didn't tell me. So yeah, so this is the course. I think it's really fucking cool, right? And then the Ultimate Connections Guide. There's also a social media, like how to use social media to get connections, email templates, like everything, right? Wait, I don't want to show you everything. I'm like, wait, I'm showing you too much. Yes. Okay. Let me turn off screen share. Oh man, did it go away to my slides? Oh man. Okay, well you can see me. Oh, hi, there I am. Hannah, I've been unemployed and have some savings, but I have been using my savings a lot during my time of unemployment for investing. I think what has been stopping me has been afraid of using my savings with no return. However, I feel the VIP would be the most bang for the buck. Yes, it would. Is the access to the Facebook group and monthly Q&As lifetime? The Facebook group access is lifetime. The monthly Q&As, I think, is only going to be for 2 months. I might do more. I mean, in the Land Your Dream Agent course, I ended up doing more. It's not going to be forever, though. It's like, because the reason why, here's why it's not going to be forever. Because I want you to take action. And if it's forever, you're going to like wait on it. Oh, I'll get to it later. You know, but if you're like, oh, I only have 2 months to get access to Erica, then you're going to make shit happen. You're going to go through it. You know what I mean? You're going to implement it faster. So I wanted to do that to encourage you to take, you know, to really take that action. Amanda, I'm so excited too. Amazing. Wow, this lighting is really weird on me. Okay, I don't like get emails about this, so I don't know when you guys sign up. So let me know when you sign up because it's not telling me. But congratulations, Amanda. Welcome. I'm so excited to work with you. And by the way, so like Amanda, you're one of the 5, and this is like what I started doing with Chelsea. It starts right away. I mean, don't message me right now because I'm on here, but you can message me anytime starting right after this course for 2 weeks straight, Amanda. So what I recommend, I think what's really great, Amanda, if you want, here's what I would recommend. I would recommend reaching out to me before you even dive into the course and like, let me know any questions you have right off the bat. Let me know, like, let's talk about what your goals are. And so I can help you, like, you know, here's how to best use the course for your goals. I think that would be good. And then as you start doing the course, you might have more questions and send them to me. Oh, Danny signed up for VIP also. Amazing. Yay. Welcome, Danny. So what, there's only 3 spots left? David, how long will the course be around? Forever. Unless ClickFunnels goes down, but even if ClickFunnels went down, I would, like, that's the membership site. Like, if the membership site goes down, I'll find another way to get the videos to you. But you have it forever. So David, hey, you're moving out here in July. By the way, July is just around the corner. David, I would definitely get this. And by the way, if anyone is an agent course student, you get a discount on VIP. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab what that promo code is because I don't remember, and let me know if you did the agent course and you want to do VIP and you want that discount. I think it's a 20% discount. Let me know. Holy crap! Like, so many more people signed up for this webinar after the webinar started. That's so funny. Amazing! I'm so excited. What other questions you got? And Hannah, I want to do the rest of it. So, okay, so if you have been unemployed for some time and you are living off your savings and using your savings while you're unemployed, I will tell you what I would do. And you don't have to do what I would do. This is like, you do whatever you want to do. But to be honest, I would not use my savings and I would put it on a credit card. Because at least with a credit card, you can pay it off in smaller amounts over time and you don't have to pay the whole thing right now. And like, God forbid you need the money in your savings, like an emergency comes up and you need that cash. And so that's kind of how I do everything in my business. Like, I really try to keep my savings just for that, unless there's something that I want so badly that it's the only way I can make it happen. Like if a credit card's maxed out or I don't know, whatever, then I do pull from my savings. But for the most part, like, that's kind of how I do. I have like my dad in my head. It's just like, God forbid there's an emergency and you need that cash. It's better to leverage credit and pay it off over time. And then when you're employed or whatever, you know, you can pay it off faster. But I would rather myself do that than to do the, what's it called? Than to do like taking cash from your savings, just like to be kind of safer. I know it's, I don't know if it's the most abundant. I guess it's still an abundant mindset around that. Okay. What are the other questions? Did any of my agent course people need the discount thing? I wish that I could see where can I see the people signing up? Oh, I see them now. Okay. Okay. I see Daniel and Amanda. Amazing. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Oh, I see it. Oh, it all just came in. It all just came in at once. Okay, what else? Who else is joining us? Who else is joining us? Lucas, you've been very chatty. Are you signing up too? Would you guys have any other questions? Let me know your questions. Let me know your questions. Do you want me to put that slide up again, or do you want me to leave the camera on? I'm like, do you want to, I should remind you of everything that you're getting. Is it possible to use the 2 weeks of messenger contact come April? This month is busy as fuck for me. Sure. Sure, why not? As long as it's within the 2 month period of like the Q&A thing. Sure. I'm like, sure, why not? Yeah, we can do that. And you already signed up, right? Okay. This lighting is so weird. Okay, I want to bring my my slides up again. Ugh, saying start a new one. Okay. Hannah, I would definitely leverage credit, but I do not have a credit card right now. I grew up in a family of credit is bad that I'm currently working on getting one. I've been seeing the value in having one in the past few months. Hannah, I would check out, let me grab that link for you guys, the PayPal thing, because the PayPal thing is even better than credit because you don't pay anything for 6 months. So with credit, you pay right away. I mean, you pay small payments and you pay interest. Here's the link. But apply for the PayPal thing. If you've never had a credit card before, I don't know, like it might be harder to get one for the first time because you don't have a credit score. But you like just try, I would just like apply for PayPal and see if you get it. Because if you do, then you don't have to pay anything for 6 months. And you don't pay interest. So it's even better than a credit card. And like if you, sorry, I just got up and my crotch was like on the camera, wasn't it? Sorry. I like forgot that I'm on camera. But yeah, it's even better than credit card. Okay, what other questions we got? I was gonna put that timer up, but oh well. I was gonna, let me get my slides up. Oh, and the freebie that I was gonna give you. File sharing. Let me see if I can do this. Create a new file. Desktop. Reverse engineer map. I'm uploading this file. I say HSC reverse engineer. Share file. Okay. Okay. Did that work? I don't know if that worked. I shared the file. I don't know if you guys can see it or get it. What else? What other questions do you guys have? So we have 3 spots left for VIP. Who's joining the family? Juan, you need to join the family. I want you to be in this course with us. Just because I already know you. And I love you. I love your family. All right, where is... Sharing my screen. Okay. So, oh. Juan, you gotta come join us. I think it'd be perfect for you. Oh, okay. I want to go down to the slide that shows you everything you get. Here, everything you get. And you can still see me. What other questions you have? I'm going to hop off in a couple minutes. I should have done a countdown timer. Check out that PayPal credit thing, guys. I think it's such a good option. I wish that it existed before. I think it's so great. And let me know. Let me know. Any other questions before we go? And so this is, the cart closes tonight. So this is your last chance to get in. last chance. So let's make shit happen. Into loans soon. Cool. Erica, I would just click on that PayPal link. Like, you guys, it's so easy. Just click on that PayPal link and then and apply and see if they accept you. And if they accept you, you should get enough money to cover this. And then they're paying for it for 6 months for you, which I think is really great. Any other questions you guys have? I think we've been on for a long time. I feel like there's one more person. I feel like there's one more person that's supposed to be joining. Who is on the fence and wants help and has questions? Juan, what are you on the fence about? Do you have questions? Hannah. Oh yeah, did Hannah look at that thing? Who else? Lucas. Lucas was helping other people do it. Are you going to do it? Who wants to come join us? Join us, leave your fields to flower. Yay! Love having you guys in. I'm so exciting. Hannah, oh, I know it's me. Oh man, girl. Well, I think if you think it's you, then I think it's you. Then you got to come join us. I mean, you don't have to do the VIP version. You could do the basic version if you want. Although I think the VIP version will be even more valuable. And I feel like, wouldn't you feel good if you did the VIP version and then you could just chat with me tomorrow? Or starting today. And like, I feel like it might make you feel even better because you feel like you'll have someone in your corner and you won't be like alone in doing this. Juan, I'm going to talk to my parents and convince them I'm still not fully independent. Oh, yes. Well, your parents have been great with Anna, so hopefully they'll help you out. But I love that you're even going to talk to them and ask them. The card is closing tonight at midnight. And what else? What else? Give me some good, honest questions. I feel like I missed some questions earlier and I don't know how to find them again. I thought because I marked them as a question that it would show me it later, but it didn't. Oh my God, it was 2222, Hannah. Oh man. If that ain't a sign. Yes, it is so a sign. Amanda, you can't see the PDF. Okay, let me try. And I'll give you guys a Dropbox link, but Amanda, the PDF is also in the course. So you also get it there since you're already in the course. Okay. Oh my God, I can't believe the 222 thing. That's so cool. Okay, let me look. Dropbox. Let me find this. Correct, Juan. Yeah, if you don't sign up by tonight, you won't be able to sign up. Yes. The cart closes. It's been open all week. So you've had all week. You just didn't know how incredible it was until today, till this amazing webinar. Let me grab that link. Okay, you'll get on it. Amazing. So I guess that like really cool uploading thing didn't work. We're going to use this one instead. Okay, here is the link to the PDF. That's directly from my Dropbox. So hopefully that'll work. And it's also in the course. So once you're in the course, not only is it in the course, but there's also 2 examples of how to fill it out in the course. One for an actor, one for a writer. So there's the blank one for you, and then there's also 2 examples. And there's also an entire video on how to fill it out. So you don't get the video if you're not in the course, but once you're in the course, you get the video and it walks you through it. Okay, who's joining us? I feel it. We've got one. I'm going to say we got 2 more people at least who's joining the family. We've already got some great family members in the chat box. I love it. For the 2 payment option, can you put it on another payment method by the next payment date? A different card? Is that what you mean, Hannah? Yes, absolutely. If you mean a different card, all you have to do is select the payment option and then message me privately when you're ready for like a different card and I'll just manually change it. Yeah, we can totally do that. I do that for my clients all the time too. Sometimes they just need to change the card. Yep, totally can do that. And I think it's a month apart. I think it's actually 30 days, not a month. So I'll find out what the date is. After the payment comes in, I'll I'll be able to look in my system to see what the date is of when the next payment's going to hit. And I'll let you know just to give me the new card information before that date. And you'll be good to go. But yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Because it's only going to charge you the one payment for now. It's not going to charge you both. I love it. I love it. All these people join in the family. I like that you guys are grabbing this VIP option. I'm pretty excited to chat with you guys. It's also quite a steal considering that my private coaching is now $6,400 and you're getting 2 weeks of coaching for free. Amazing. Yes, Hannah, yes. Okay, so I think Hannah and Juan, I think you guys are definitely in. I think you guys are going to make it happen. I wish I could see who else was on it. It doesn't show me like a list. It just shows me people who are typing. Like on my other webinars, I could see the list of everybody. So you're really sneaky. If you're not chatting at all, but you're here, I can't see your name at all. You are sneaky. It's all right. Like I wish I could see everyone that's here though. Amazing. And we're probably going to do the first Q&A. I want to give you some time to go through it. I got to think of when the first Q&A should be. I was thinking like I'll probably hop on live just to like welcome you guys and say hi like right away, like probably on Monday. And then we'll probably do the first Q&A. I want to give you like a week or two. I don't know if we should do 1 week or 2 weeks. We should do 1 or 2 weeks to give you some time to go through the material and then do the first Q&A. All right, I'm going to go in a couple minutes. Waiting for 2 more of you to come on in. My coach just sent me a really funny email. Are there any other questions? I got to find out how to look at those other questions. You did it! Whoa! Oh my God, Hannah, welcome! I feel like everyone in this chat is so excited for you right now. Everyone, your whole family is excited. Your Hollywood Success Coach family is excited. Yes! Woo! You see me dancing? Congratulations, Hannah. I know how scary that was, but you did it. Did you do the VIP? Did you do the VIP? And then, amazing! Oh my God, you did the VIP. Okay, so we'll start chatting. You can message me today. You can message me tomorrow. You can message me anytime. I actually prefer Instagram now because, oh shit, I missed a lot of stuff on my phone. I prefer Instagram because Instagram has like the greatest audio note feature now that I like to do. So message me on Instagram, but you can message me on Facebook as well. You can message me anytime. Private message me. Ask me anything you want. As many questions as you want. I got you. I got you. All right. I feel there's one more. There's one more coming, right? Amazing. I'm really excited. Yes, I'm so pumped too. I'm so pumped for all of you guys that joined. And for all of you VIP guys, you're all going to be in the Facebook group together. We have a Facebook group. I want you guys to introduce yourself in there. You can even do a live video if you want to introduce yourselves. Amber Polly says, well done, guys. Do the course, be thorough, and have a blast making your dreams come true. Is that what you did, Amber Polly, when you did the aging course? Guys, I also feel like I want to reiterate that this is not just for beginners. This is not just for people who are more advanced. It's for everybody. Like, to me, this is the course that you use at the beginning, at the middle, the next step, like every level. And I feel like, Amber Polly, since you are further along in your career and you have seen the course, like, would you agree? Do you feel like it's also for people who are a little more advanced? I'd be curious to hear your insights about that. Yes, because I do think like I feel like we've got a mixture of people who are, some are more advanced, some are beginners. It really is for everybody. And especially, you know, if you do the VIP, then you'll get even more customization because you'll, you know, have access to ask me all your questions. And for those of you who got the 2 free weeks of coaching, you're also going to be able to get access to me in the group too. I mean, it won't be private, but you'll still get to ask me your questions. Whereas like when you do the regular one, the basic, you don't get the Facebook group at all and you're just on your own. But some people like to do it on their own. And so that's why I wanted to provide that option. Not everybody needs the coaching or needs to ask questions. They like to just go in and do it on their own. So that's what that is for. I'm going to go in 4 minutes. I'm going to go at 3:30. So we have 4 minutes. If you guys have any other questions, also like if you are one of those people that's hiding right now and you're like, God, this sounds really cool, but I don't know, and you're kind of scared, then type in the chat box and let me like help you, walk you through it, and I'll like answer all of your questions. You know, anything that's on your mind, I'm here for you. Rapali says, dude, I've been in this industry for 14 and a half years, and there's very little help and data for those of us farther along. And I mentioned it earlier, but I'm so happy this exists. Oh, Rapali, I love you. I love you. Yeah, it's not just for beginners. You know, some of the stuff is more advanced, but it'll help you every step of the way. Yeah, Amrapali, 52 episodes, right? Amrapali has done 52 episodes of television already. So if she's getting value out of it, she's already been on TV 52 times, then I guess it's good for advanced people too. Okay, 3 more minutes. What else we got? What else we got? I love you, EW. I love you, AA. I'm like, wait, what are your initials? AA. I love you, 15 episodes of Scandal. Damn, 15 episodes of Scandal. Amazing. Okay. I'm really tired. I'm like really pooped from this whole thing. We were on here for a while, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Any more questions? Double A is my rapper name. Oh, Double A. I'm going to call you that now. Double A. I actually forgot that I actually have a phone appointment in half an hour. So I should probably go soon anyway. I haven't eaten yet today. Okay, guys. Seriously, it has been amazing having you guys on here. Thank you so much to everyone who stayed until the end. I really do hope that you got value out of this. I hope you leave here feeling better than when you came here. I hope you feel inspired. I hope you feel ready to take action. And you do have until midnight tonight. I'm going to send out another email or two to my email list about the last bit here of this launch, but you have until midnight. So, I mean, if you're still sitting on it before midnight and you're like, damn it, I got to do it, you've got a couple hours left. And I would love to see you in there. I'd love to help you. Even if you don't, hope you got something out of this. I think that's about it. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. This platform was really fun. All right, guys, have an amazing weekend. And for those of you who are VIP, let's start chatting. I'm probably going to stop working for the day pretty soon, but I will absolutely be available after today. And feel free to send me all your messages. And have an amazing, amazing weekend. And I'll see you guys in the course. I'm so excited. Bye.